I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Alan Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.
We're definitely not perfect, but we are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
Hi, I'm Lloyd Gale from Oasis, advising of a change in our program focus, November 5 to 18. We do a shift from reading the Word to living out the Word. Host Roland Gale will speak with heads of churches regarding their intervention in getting our lives back on track following Hurricane Melissa. Be sure to join Roland and his guests on Oasis beginning Wednesday, November 5, 12:55 p.m. with a repeat at 5:45 a.m. only on Nationwide, the new revolution in media. Let's all be praying for our nation.
Anywhere in the world, my day, my opportunity.
Yeah, me a keep me a everything I hear about me. Yeah, me did this the last week. Yeah, me a everything I hear about me. Bwoyatingz off a darker, everything we a go talk. Nationwide 90 FM, everything else turn off. Wednesday night, number one, on a trending charts. I fit tune in when Kareem start talk.
Taboo topics, celebrity news and interviews, riveting discussions, Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM with Kareem Bwoyatingz. You understand?
Uncle Kareem.
Everything we a go talk. Everything we a got. Bwoyatingz off a dark, everything we a go talk. Yeah, viral king, you know? Number one.
All right. Check. 1, 2, 3. It is a Wednesday. Good night, Tings Nation. You're locked into Bwoyatingz After Dark with me, your host, Kareem Bwoyatingz, with us right here on Nationwide 90 FM. Coming to you live from our new location, Ocean Boulevard, inside the Digicel headquarters. Now, we're keeping the people of the Western parishes close to our hearts tonight, especially those in St. Elizabeth, Hanover, St. James, and Westmoreland, who are still feeling the impact of Hurricane Melissa. Relief efforts continue, and we're reminding everyone that donations are still being accepted to help families rebuild. Every act of kindness counts. Now, tonight, we're diving into something that's bound to stir up conversation: generational curses. Do we believe them? Are these curses real? Or are they just patterns of behavior, trauma, and choices being passed down through families? Can we actually break them? Or are some of us simply repeating the cycles of those before us without even realizing it? Now, to help us unpack, we'll be having special guests: Tishauna Mullins, a social impact advocate, and musical artist King Diel. Now, our question of the night is: do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? Once again, do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just patterns or of behavior, trauma, and choices being passed down through families. Now, guys, I definitely want to hear from you tonight. Hi, Samina. Hi, Zoya. I think I see Chris over there as well. Big up on himself. I definitely want to hear from you guys tonight. So the phone lines will be open. And I because this is something that I've always seen on social, where a lot of you guys are just like, hey, you know, a generational curse, and let's break this curse and let's break that curse. So can't wait to, you know, go further down into it and all these things. Now, last week we focused on the aftermath, the recovery, with the rebuilding and the resilience of Jamaicans rising from the hurricane, with special guest Omalora Wilson, resident of Newmarket, St. Elizabeth. And while the winds may have passed, our spirit of unity continues with donation and helping hands. If you've missed that episode or any other episode, you guys can head over to our YouTube at Nationwide at 90FM Live 2. And as per usual, we do have a live recap for you. Here we go. Which relief efforts are you a part of or planning to support after Hurricane Melissa?
When I went to St. Elizabeth, there is no Wi-Fi, there's no data, there's no signal. And so one particular person in the area had Starlink, and they're selling Starlink $1,000 a day, my friend.
Wow.
For the Starlink.
Yeah.
And so one particular person in the area had Starlink, and they're selling Starlink $1,000 a day, my friend.
Wow.
For the Starlink.
Yeah.
And so I connected to let everyone know, because people have been, them about with me, them are carrying, with me. So I'd let them know that, you know, I found my parents. Everybody's okay. Of the houses that has zinc roof is the roof gone. As soon as you have zinc roof, your roof gone. And even those with decking would have experienced flooding. Water is rising right now, so it's coming up more. A lot of houses
Still no.
Jeez. So we rise, and then it disappears. So right now it's in rising. So many persons, even now in this moment, still have not heard from their families. You know? And so I don't think we're anywhere close to even making a full connection to everybody. So you're not going to give support to St. Elizabeth because yes, it's a St. Elizabeth I get help. Are you really seeing St. Elizabeth getting help, or are you seeing a particular sense of St. You know? Section. And so even in that case, I also don't want to have this divisive approach.
Yeah, we've got support from the Chinese communities. They went and gave us well over $2.5 million worth of stuff, which we have shared up with all the divisions in St. Anne. Care packages.
Even if it's $1,000 Jamaican dollar, I could have $100 Jamaican dollar, but we understand I could have one item, I could have half pound of rice. I will take it, please and thank you.
The people is what we want to really focus on and, you know, rebuild that, because as you said, you know, I've been watching the show, and as you said before, can you imagine just seeing things blown from around you?
So we got a lot of food items, we got clothing and toys for the kids, and it was such a gratifying experience, you know.
Yes. Once again, if you've missed that episode, you guys can head over to YouTube rather, at Nationwide at 90FM Live 2. Now, if you're just joining us tonight, we're talking about generational curses, and our question of the night is: do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? So we're going to talk about this later on and all these things. DJ Jerome is here, pan the ones and fews. We're going, everything good?
Check. In the building.
Yeah?
Yeah, live and living.
What kind of vibes are we have vibes of segment today?
Kind of vibes I feel, you know. Want something to give the people some adrenaline pump, you know?
Yeah.
Kickstart.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, DJ Jerome on the ones and twos, once again, it's Bwoyatingz After Dark, the Generational Curses edition, because sometimes before we can move forward, we've got to confront what's been passed down. Here we go.
DJ Jerome, the Shell Boss.
Whoa. Got you on ice.
On your low, I'm caught in your high. You put my world
been so long that I haven't seen your face. I'm trying to be strong, but the strength I have is washing away. It won't be long before I get you by my side and just hold you, tease you, squeeze you till
you're talking about sensation, that transformation, and the great station. Bwoyatingz.
I wanna make up right now, wish we never broke up right now, we need to link up right now, I wanna make up right now, I wanna make up right now, wish we never broke up right now, we need to link up right now.
Yeah, man, DJ Jerome on the ones and twos. It's a Vibes Up segment. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark. You know, at this time, I normally just do the roll call to see the persons who are here early to class and all these things, you understand? And I'll start over by YouTube. I see Margold Weber, Uriel Brown, big up on himself. Majestic Gabby Fee, as per usual. Dark Empire, he says, I've arrived, tired, but I am here. You're always tired. Bagwell says, late but my day up. Big up yourself in the Bagwell. Captain J, big up yourself as well. Donna K, big up you. I also see, man. Just go on vibe and the track. Just quickly, I just went over my TikTok. The first, thank you so much for that gift. 876 Fairy, I appreciate you immensely. I see Simonia Amdi, Bagwell over there, so 2, 4 kids and a prayer. Alonzo Redman, Zoya is also over there. I think I saw Floyd over there as well earlier. I know Chris Box was saying, I'm listening from Canada. And, snow are going and all these things. Early snow over Canada there over and so on, so over one part. You understand? Samina is also there as well. Big up on herself. Thank you so much, 876 Fairy, once again. And King Flex, big up yourself. So, how you and the darkness? Any update? You understand? Just let me know what's been happening over your neck of woods. And let me just jump over on X just real quickly. Remember to use the hashtag Bwoyatingz After Dark. I see I am Brittany. Big up yourself, Brittany. One thing, boy, you're going to be here. Yeah, and I appreciate you immensely. Rachel T. Henry also is there. I see Zaya over there as well. Lady Load is also over there as well. God, Zaya, please. Yeah, let me see. Dark Empire is there too. I saw Curdy in there earlier as well. Guys, remember to use the hashtag Bwoyatingz After Dark. And if you're just joining us, tonight is a discussion, something that I always assume not talk about, generational curses. Let's break generational curses and all these things. Our topic of the night is about generational curses, and our question of the night is, do you believe generational curses are real? Or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? Yeah? So let's go back to the juggling, go back to the vibe. It's the Vibes Up segment. Here we go.
DJ Jerome, the show boss.
I thought we were great. You took the love back and ran us off track. I counted all the days till you would come back. How stupid was that? Now you're missing what we used to have. Guess the vodka brought the feeling back. I was caught up in the aftermath. But now, if you really wanna know how many nights I've been thinking of you. Zero, gave 100%, but all I got from you. Zero, I thought you were the one, then you turned and run. Found somebody better, like I never met you. How many nights I've been thinking of you. Zero, that's how many I've been. Am I wrong for thinking out the box from where I stay? Am I wrong for saying that I choose another way? I ain't trying to do what everybody else doing, just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see?
Get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump. My hump, my hump, my hump, my hump, my hump. My hump, my hump, my hump. My lovely little lumps. Check it out. I drive these brothers crazy. I do it on the daily. They treat me really nicely. They buy me all these ices. Dolce and Gabbana, Fendi and Adana. Karen, they be sharing all their money. Got me wearing fly. Girl, but I ain't asking. They say they love my 7 G's, true religion. I say no, but they keep giving. So I keep on taking. And no, I ain't taking. We can keep on dating. I keep on demonstrating my love. My love, my love, my love. You love my lady love.
Oh, we about to get it just a little hot and sweaty in this.
Baby.
Ladies, let's go. Soldiers, let's go. Let me talk to y'all and just, give you a little situation. Listen. You see the get hot every time I come through. When I step up in the spot, make the place sizzle like a summertime cookout. Proud for the best chick, yes, I'm on a lookout. So shorty like a belly dancer with it. Smell good, pretty skin, so gangster with it. No tricks, only diamonds under my sleeve. Give me the number, but make sure you
I
holler
know
before you
you
leave.
like me. I know you do. That's why whenever I come around, she's all over you. And I know you want it. It's easy to see. And in the back of your mind, I know you should be home with me. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you? Don't you?
I'm gonna take my time. She gon' get hers before I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not gonna rush so she can get a sensual seduction. So I can get a sensual seduction. So we can get a sensual seduction. Sensual seduction. Oh, oh. She might be with him, but she thinking about me. Girl, I can't notice but to notice you, noticing me. From across the room, I can see it and can't stop myself from looking and noticing you, noticing me. Watch out, I've seen a type before. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is a bad girl. I've seen a type before. She's so dangerous. That girl is so dangerous. That girl is a bad girl.
Oh, yeah, that's her. The big dog trying to get a little. Next man looking at me like I'm Lucifer. Cause he knows I would deal with the case, yes sir. If I was the last man on earth, I would only take that girl and the search. She give out no definition to that word curve. Got chicks in the
Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call, but pride wouldn't let me die. And I'm sitting here with this blank expression. And the way I feel, I wanna curl up like a child. I know you can hear me.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
Outperform, outlast, with top performance, Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. With 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation, unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give I strength. Never let I fail. It's so good. Praise the Most High God every day with your whole heart and desire. Lift the mind, holy, 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 yeah. Holy Mount Zion, go and show, let's sing.
Shows I'm a clean shot, me like I'm specializing out of morning pain, yeah. Been around it, shed some tears, to me not go around it. That go pressure, build for pressure, everything off for the big time. With a friend with a school in the moment. And I'm thinking what I feel, but we take off, just like the space rocket in the breeze, so we take off. Broke down everybody, kid and said, world record, baby, nah. To go see for play dinner. And I'm used to tell myself when I can make it look, but now we can't percent it. Gonna broke the way them treat the bad, we can't forget it. Yet that's looking so pathetic. Man, the bones can't intercept it. If you win a championship, as a junior come up, you know whenever I'm there. Prestige and a smart life, man, to celebrate my life and go on with a top time.
You're talking about a sensation that runs the nation and every radio station.
Bwoyatingz, the girls them king.
Breathe over my soul. Blessed love, this is the ocean of the message. Remember Bwoyatingz after that.
When I need motivation. What up, it's your boy Omi representing for Kareem Bwoyatingz. Big up yourself, my youth. Omi, I'm out. Oh.
This is Marcy Griffiths, and I'm representing for Kareem Bwoyatingz for Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.
Oh Lord, 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 this is Beanie Man, I'm in a laugh. Come here for represent for Bwoyatingz After Dark. Oh Lord, Lord, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nationwide 90 FM. Like I said.
Yeah man, well this is Graham Smog and you don't know, bigging up Kareem Bwoyatingz After Dark. Play some sweet music for the people them and talk the things them seeing. Rockers.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Danique and you're locked into Bwoyatingz After Dark with Kareem Bwoyatingz.
No one, nobody, man. Yeah, man, this is Savannah from Staff telling you to tune into Bwoyatingz After Dark with Kareem Bwoyatingz.
After trees, Bwoyatingz After Dark is the place to be. Yeah, you don't know, so this is the voice of Jazz Elise representing for Bwoyatingz After Dark.
Right. That Vibes Up segment, obviously courtesy of DJ Jerome. Little vibe, man. A nice little throwback for some pop music and all these things. And if you are, I was just about to say, well, you know, if you're in Jamaica listening on the 90 FM band, 90.35, 90.7, 90.9, big up on yourself. You know, if you're up on the road right now, if you're in your car, if you're there workplace, if you go home, if you go work, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are on YouTube massive, you know, don't say we're not a part of our nationwide family here. Thank you all so much. And I think I there are a couple persons who I saw. Philip Jackson, yeah man, you know, come in late, but big up yourself, Philip. I also see Carisha Markland. Hi Carisha, good night to you as well. Yeah man, so that's big up on yourself. And if you're on our app, rivernews.ai, on the app or on the website listening live right now, I do thank you. Things Nation, Twitter people them, big up on yourself. You understand me? Remember to use the hashtag Bwoyatingz After Dark. And guys, we want to ask a question. You see? What was the question of the night? We don't just ask because we just want to ask it. Like we literally ask because we want to hear your responses. So I see a lot of you guys retweeting the tweet, but we're asking because we want to hear what you guys think. You understand? Like this is not a podcast. You know, you talk to we understand, yeah, it's a transactional type of thing. So you talk, we talk. Yeah, understand? Please and thank you. So if you see the tweet for the question of the night, please drop some responses, please and thank you. But I don't know where the flood, big up yourself, my G. I already see you over there answering the question and all these things. I do appreciate it. Now, in this half an hour of the show, oh, by the way, for the persons who've donated to my relief drive for some parishes some districts, some communities within St. Elizabeth, northwest St. Elizabeth, to be exact, some parishes in the hills of St. Elizabeth, like Ginger Hill, Mahogany Hill, Maybole, Mary Hill, I think I'm forgetting a couple, Hunter Castle, yeah, big up on yourself. I'm still receiving donations, by the way, so it's never too late for you to drop off your donations. You know, this weekend will be the first stop. Yep, we're going to go back there again. So if you can't do this time around, but understand, but I'm still collecting donations up until Friday. Yeah, Friday kind of cut it close, but up until Friday. Yeah. We started to package some of the bags. And if I sound very nasal, it's because of those said bags, to be honest. Lots of chemicals, the whole heap of soap, me and my sinuses. You understand? Like I have to be very, very careful. So I've been ill. And if you watch the E-Zone or listen to the E-Zone, you realize that I wasn't at work on Monday. But, the work I've put in, same way. So just big up on yourself right through. Everybody, I know some people, they've donated monetarily. I know some of you guys, utilized the drop-off location in New York. I also have an Amazon link where we've curated it, so that you can purchase relief items as well. So if you're on my social media, if you need more information, you guys can send me an email at kareemweathers@gmail.com. Or if you're on my social media, just send me one DM. There is also ways to donate monetarily, where you can, I have a Zelle, I have a Cash App, I have Venmo, I have PayPal, yeah? And if you're there at Jamaica, we do have account here as well, where you can transfer those funds as well. But let's pick up on yourself and all these things, and you guys will see the update next week, you know? I think my anxiety has been, because Jerome, like everybody been saying to me, seeing it in person is completely different.
Yeah.
You see me? So my mind has been, you know, I've been preparing myself mentally, yeah, just to say, which by now, you know, country people, them very industrious, you know, yes,
Yeah.
so you know, so them start clear up already, and them start clean up and all these things, so at least it wouldn't have been as bad as, you know, how it was.
Some parts are
still bad, same way. Like them can't touch some parts any at all. Yes, I mean, that's going to take a while. But, you know, people make do with what they can, but I know that it's dire. When I say dire, I mean the people that need every help them can get. So I'll be there this weekend. Yeah, so just wanted to give you guys that update. I know this half an hour of the show is when we, you know, talk about the topics that have buzzed over the past week. And all these things and a bag of things. And we're still on Hurricane Melissa and the aftermath, obviously. And we're going to still be here on the aftermath and the recovery process for a while, for a long while. And so apparently, Tyrese carries a plane full of relief supplies to Jamaica via Paul Walker's charity organization. American R&B singer and actor Tyrese Darnell Gibson is the latest international star to step up for Jamaica following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa on September 28. Over the weekend, the Fast and the Furious star announced on social media that he will be flying to the island with a plane load of relief supplies, sponsored in large part by Reach Out Worldwide, the disaster relief organization founded by his late friend, actor Paul Walker. In an emotional video, Tyrese said he felt led to do what I'm about to do, urging fans to donate to help. So help, rather, could go directly to the people of Jamaica. Upon arrival, he was warmly greeted by locals as he offloaded Starlinks, mini power supplies, power banks, toiletries, and more, though he noted that generators had to be left behind due to weight restrictions. Adding a personal touch, Tyrese brought along a pair of shoes he last wore when he was with Paul Walker, calling the mission deeply sentimental and a way to honor his friend's legacy of compassion and action. So, as I've been saying, I've not been like paying a lot of attention to social media, but I think I glimpsed a clip, I've not watched it, but I've glimpsed a clip of when he was, I think, on the plane, or when I think he was like on his knees or something like that. You know, Tyrese is
very dramatic.
Very dramatic. Thank you so much for that, Jerome, because I was about to say something else. But yeah, man, Tyrese, she's very dramatic. But you know, he didn't have to. And I must applaud all the persons who, you know, they love to vacation here. That, you know, in our time of need, them can find it within themselves for forward it back and assist in some capacity in any way, shape or form. So I must just say, you know, kudos to him and the entire team and the Reach Out Worldwide relief organization. So Captain J said he kissed the ground in Jamaica. Yeah, I think that's what I saw. Yeah. I think that's what I saw, Captain J. Carisha says, watching from Massachusetts, the time is getting extra cold. I'm missing Jamaica. Yeah, Chris Box was just on my TikTok live and he was saying it's snowing in Canada right now. Yeah, now on to the next story. 45 people now confirmed dead from Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. The death toll from Hurricane Melissa has risen to 45, up by 13 from the 32 reported on November 3. Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, confirmed the updated figures Tuesday morning, citing data from the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force. The hardest hit parish remains St. Elizabeth with 18 deaths, followed by Westmoreland with 15, St. James with 6, Trelawney and Hanover with 2 each, and 1 death each in St. Anne and Portland. Authorities also report that 15 people remain missing, with several post-mortems still pending. The death toll may continue to rise. This was the part that I was dreading, to be honest. And I think I said it privately, that just based on what we saw in the aftermath, and just based on reports that we would have received and seen on socials, and especially some communities in Westmoreland where residents were saying that there are a lot of dead bodies there, etc. I think I said it's going to be close to 100. 45 is a lot, and we're going to be talking about Hurricane Melissa for decades to come, generations to come. Like Jerome, grandchildren will be talking about Hurricane Melissa. Yeah, man. Like it started like our parents talk about Gilbert. Yeah. And our grandparents talk about Gilbert. Gilbert a baby compared to this devastating storm, Melissa. Yeah, but condolences to their loved ones, cause boy, in addition to losing your homes and losing the material things, to lose a life in this manner, I can't imagine is not easy. So rest in peace to them. And condolences to their loved ones. Right. Let me just move on to a happier story. Yeah. Best reggae album contenders revealed for the 2026 Grammys. Now, my two producers, if you can come into the studio, you don't have to be on camera. I kind of want to know who do you think will be the winner for this category. So while I'm reading, when you can just come in, please and thank you. So the Recording Academy announced that the nominees for the 68th Annual Grammy Awards, with a strong Jamaican contingent dominating the Best Reggae Album category. The nominations revealed during a live stream event include a mix of dancehall heavyweights and modern roots artists, showcasing the genre's diverse range and global appeal. The nominees are Lila Ike, Vybz Kartel, Kez Namde, Mortimer, Jesse Royal. The announcement has set the stage for a compelling competition among some of the most prominent names in contemporary reggae. Vybz Kartel, a central figure in the dancehall scene, secures a notable nomination from his album Heart and Soul. This follows a previous Grammy nomination in 2025 and adds another significant milestone to his career as he continues to release music from prison. Lila Ike earns her nod for her album Treasure Self-Love. Both Kez Namde's Blood and Fire and Mortimer's From Within have been praised for their innovative approach to the genre. Jesse Royal, previously nominated for his album Royal, is also a strong contender with No Place Like Home. Now the winner will be announced at the 2026 Grammy Awards. That is Sunday, February 1. At the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Jerome, obviously we would have spoken about this on the East Zone already, but for this platform, out of those 5, okay, how many out of the 5 have you listened to, or at least some of the songs from the albums?
Well, I've reached the time now. Yes, I've listened all of them.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not going to listen to it. I don't listen to a thing. I don't listen to a thing yet.
My pick, Mortimer. I have a good set.
As you should. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm actually.
Jill? All right, wait. Books, can you turn on Jill's microphone for me, please? If you can. Yes, Jill. Go ahead.
Check 1, 2.
Yes.
All right, so just from a musical standpoint, I feel like From Within should get it. Maybe just personal because I like the album so much, and the music is, as you said, innovative. And it has a lot of soul, and I think that is what's lacking for the representation of reggae. I feel like, though, from a more PR standpoint, they might want to give it to Cartel because of the whole thing, the whole conversation that's happening about dancehall being separated from reggae on the Grammy stage. So that's where I think it's going. But for me, it's between Cartel and Mortimer.
Okay, Kodian, can you step up to the platform, please? Thank you so much. We're waiting on your response. Thank you. Hi, Cody, good night. How are you? Go on over the other chair right there, so.
Yeah.
Come on, where I hide for. Have you listened to any of these 5 albums? Even just some songs from them, not the albums in its entirety.
Wait,
Cartel, Lila Ike, Kez Namde, Mortimer, and Jesse Royal.
no, I haven't listened.
Not one?
Not one. I'm not a reggae person. That's what I was telling Jamal a while ago. I don't have any thoughts because I don't really listen to these albums. And I said to you, I don't listen to albums. I'm really slowly getting into the group, but I listened to the Chronics album the other day. I personally don't like it. I'm not a fan. The only song I think I liked was...
Can we cut off Cody's mic?
the only song I think I liked was the one that everybody liked. What name again?
Resilient?
No.
Hurricane?
No.
Genesis. That is my favorite song on the
yes,
album.
and I know like that one is nice, and I put it on and the rain a fall and you listen, make you want to cry a little bit. I like that, but it's just I don't for me. I don't.
You're not a reggae fan, am I?
Yeah.
Well, for me and my pick, right? Obviously, I'm going to say Mortimer, and biasly, obviously. But bias aside, and I've not listened, and I don't. Well, I had promised that I was going to listen to the rest of them on Friday so that we could talk about it on Monday, but I haven't. It's been a crazy weekend, right? I've started Lila Ike's album, obviously, when it just dropped. I haven't completed it. It's a solid album, by the way. Obviously, I've listened to Mortimer's from start to finish. I've not listened to Cartel. I've maybe listened to one song, maybe from Kez Namdi, Jesse Royal, maybe 1 or 2 songs from that. But let me just say this: From Within, right? Beautiful project. When I tell you, say like Mortimer is, he's so deserving of this moment. And my only wish for Mortimer is that he would talk more so people can know him. Okay. Mortimer's journey to music is one that would anybody, if they don't really know, would ball. Trust and believe me, where he's at right now with traditional Christian parents, with, and he's said this in a couple of his songs, so I can say it, with being basically put out of your family home because of where you want to go, because of reggae music, and and your choice in Rastafarianism and them look something there. It's because of his passion, obviously, and it has led him to this moment. My only hope as well, obviously his mother was just buried last month, I think it was. I wish that she was here to see this moment. Like that's just the only part about it. Like, she was a supporter through and through, even when she was against the direction that he's going into. Mortimer is, and I've said this on this platform, not because we're related, but Mortimer is one of the most talented singers of our generation. And I don't think, again, because he's not in your face like that, and it's done deliberately, obviously, because that's just his personality. He's very laid back, like he's very chill. Like, cause we're just there, just to try put out the music. I'm just so grateful that I'm here. Yes, man. He's not like me.
And that's why he deserves everything that he...
Every single thing, because, he's genuinely doing it, not for the hype, for the followers. Like, he genuinely loves music. There's a song on the album that he spoke about his suicidal attempts. There's a song on the album that, like, it's from your heart, from within, like from your heart and soul, right? And that's, for me, when I listen to a body of work, I don't want to hear the same songs all the time. Like, I want to hear some sexy songs. I want to hear some, songs, that are talking about current affairs. But I also want to hear, because you don't speak a lot to the media, put it in the music, and that's what he does. Very talented. One of the few, okay, that could out-sing me. Okay? One of the few. When I ask you.
Is it break time?
And that's even debatable, because he would tell you, like, I used to sing circles or a Mortimer, but talented. like Mortimer eat, breathes, and sleep music from I've known him. So this moment, and I remember saying to him, "Yo, we need to celebrate." He was like, "No, mama, just happy say, you know, I am here and I'm just going to put in the work." I'm like, "Brother, you're supposed to if I did me. I do backflips and everything." So guys, if you've not listened to any of these artists, what I also loved, 5 Jamaican artists were nominated. Every year them sprinkle a little somebody else from somewhere else. I love the fact that it's 5 Jamaican artists, Jamaican born. Them live at Jamaica. We know them. And like we don't know them. We can't look on the list and say, who is this person? We know every single one of them. So anybody win, me that happy. I'm glad that they're now taking the time out to understand and appreciate our music and to understand reggae music, authentic reggae music. Lila Ike to being a woman in that 5, love that for her. Congratulations. Kez Namde, he's also somebody that's not rah in your face too, but very, very talented. Anybody can take it, but I would love for my to take it. But
you don't want Cartel to get it?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I just would prefer them to know at this time in 2025, years after, separate the categories now. Yes. Like dancehall artists literally put out dancehall albums now. Like good body of work. You understand?
For 3 years.
Someone I want to know, give one dancehall category, give one reggae category. Yes. You understand? Make you feel like so we are things. No. Like, so all the Jamaican them with the committee, only need for start rally for that. Like, hello, reggae is reggae, dancehall is dancehall.
Absolutely.
So stop merging them. So this kind of thing. It's heavily done reggae, and then Cartel just did it as a dancehall act. But
what if he makes it though? Like it's gonna look funny.
Would it be surprising to me? Because I actually thought that they were going to give him last year. Who won last year again? Who? Oh, the One Love movie soundtrack, right? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna throw things back to DJ Joe. Thank you to my producers for that. Cody, your homework is to go listen to Mortimer's album.
I will, because I love him.
Start off with Slowly. I think you're supposed to know Slowly.
I know Slowly.
Right. But there are a couple songs on it. I'm going to tell you which ones you can start off from for kind of getting the groove of the album, but it's a great album.
Funny enough, when I was giving my own little comment on the album on my status, and I was like, when Martin Moore Lego album, let me know. And there was an album out there all along. I just, shame I kill me now.
I love me a good album, man. That was good. So congrats to all 5 of them. Kez Namde, Vibes Cartel, Mortimer, Lila Ike, Jesse Royal. Yeah, those are our 2025 nominees for the best reggae Grammy album. Yeah, okay, that is it. We're going to back to DJ Jerome on the 1s and 2s. Once again, our topic of the night is all about generational curses. We're going to be having Tishauna Mullins and King Diel. And our question of the night is, do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? Yeah, here we go.
To your garden, genie in the flesh, I'll grant your wishes in exchange for your time. The sun isn't the only thing that can. Neither is it nearly as bright as your smile, that girl. I'm smitten by your grace. I'm really amazed in each other's gaze. Love the way I know your space. Put me in my place, girl. But in a haste, your vibe is like a change to you. Make me feel all kinds of things. The things I like about you most are way beyond what eyes can see. I must be honest though, I really like it when you love me so. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lori Gale from Oasis, advising of a change in our program focus, November 5 to 18. We do a shift from reading the Word to living out the Word. Host Roland Gale will speak with heads of churches regarding their intervention in getting our lives back on track following Hurricane Melissa. Be sure to join Roland and his guests on Oasis beginning Wednesday, November 5, 12:55 p.m., with a repeat at 5:45 a.m. Only on Nationwide, the new revolution in media. Let's all be praying for our nation.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide This Morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide This Morning at 6:51 a.m.
It's Monday, get over your blues. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The E-Zone is here for you. With this thing, Honeybee.
And Karim Bwoyatingz
from 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
We've got your entertainment news.
Then we want to hear your views. Why you say?
Jump in the mix.
Or the hot seat.
Don't miss our brain busters.
Or the crazy giveaways.
Let's talk fashion.
Send us your outfit of the day. Ooh, cutesy. Very demure.
Are you looking for love?
Come on one of our blind dates. Send your request to ezoneblindates@gmail.com. That's ezoneblindates@gmail.com.
And stay tuned for your confessions.
These are my confessions. Share them with us at ezoneconfessions@yahoo.com. I mean, is this planet Earth?
Is it?
I don't know. Let me check. Either way, it's got a buzz.
And a bugger thing.
Ow! Ow!
I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Alan Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.
We're definitely not perfect, but we are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
They've lost homes.
Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing.
They've lost power.
No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help.
Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica, one parish at a time.
We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Jah, give us strength. Whoa.
Tishauna is an award-winning social impact leader whose work spans Jamaica, the Caribbean, the UK, and the African diaspora. Known for transforming community needs into practical, people-centered solutions, she empowers leaders and grassroots change makers to strengthen families and build resilient communities. Her achievements include the Governor General's Badge of Honor, the Prime Minister's Youth Award, the Caribbean Heritage 30 Under 30 Award, and a recent award streak from NCU, Kingdom Keepers, and Supreme Ventures Foundation. A former executive director of the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica, Tishauna also founded the 11-year-strong Little Genius Initiative, nurturing rural creativity and youth innovation. As a speaker and consultant, she brings lived experience and global insight to national conversations on resilience, rural transformation, and social change, cementing her role as one of Jamaica's leading next generation change makers. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Well, welcome back to Nationwide, because you were here today. And the first thing I said to you was, your hair changed, because this is not how your hair looked when you came here.
Right? Yeah, I'm always changing.
Listen, you're full of award though. You're full of, like, this is a lot. It's a lot of award.
August, September, October. So I got an award from NCU. I was named their sample product. In other words, they're inducted in your Hall of Fame for social change work.
Man.
And then in September, I got an award from Kingdom Keepers. So they look at people who are doing amazing work in various sectors in society. And I got that award from Go for God Family Church, along with Minister Dana Dixon and Tommy Cowan and other people.
So nice.
And then, so that was September. And then October, I got the Community Hero designation from Supreme Ventures Foundation.
Did you think, little Tishauna in St. Thomas, did you think that this was going to be your life?
Absolutely not. I did not see it. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, I always see myself on the stage, or I saw this, or I saw that. I didn't see any of it. As a matter of fact, the first time I got an award for community work was the Prime Minister's Award. And I was absolutely shocked. I didn't know that people get awards for community work. I think artists get awards for Artist of the Year. And people get, you know, in the Guinness Book for whatever. But I didn't know that community work is something that could attract an award. So, yeah, didn't expect all of this.
You've obviously built this reputation for turning community needs into, you know, obviously practical, people-centered solutions. What guiding principle shapes all of the work that you've done?
Yeah, I just believe that a life is not lived unless you're uplifting others. Because what's the point? You come, you live a couple of years, you have some fun, you work, eat, and what? So I feel like if you're not truly impacting life, making another person's lives better, then life not really make no sense. That's my personal philosophy. I feel like you must be lifting another one. There must be something to talk about when you're no longer here. Your impact must outlive you. So that's what drives everything that I do. So if it's a job, I feel like coming into this place now help nobody, or I can't coin it in that way for myself. My first job was at First Heritage Credit Union. And I feel like when I can help a lady set up a partner plan, and then she can send her daughter to college, and she can, that is me making generational impact. So I coin and form everything I do in that way. And that's what I encourage everybody I meet to do.
I'm trying to find this. It's just, when you're just talking to me, right? There's this lady, I think her name is Bozoma St. John.
Yeah.
You know her? So all right. So I'm introduced to her because I love the Breakfast Club, right?
Okay,
so I saw her on the Breakfast Club, and apparently she's a part of the Housewives franchise.
Right.
I think Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, or whatever the case is, right? But I really don't care much about that part. But the interview was basically about all that she's done. Like she was, you know, top of the top at Uber and Apple Music and Pepsi and all these, you know, corporate company. But there's something about when you were just speaking to me, like it clicked. For me, what you just said about if you can't make an impact or, you know, help others, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That speaks obviously to whom you are at your core.
Yeah.
Jamaica, there's so many places that, would need help, or so many different organizations. But how do you then identify, which communities or groups would need intervention most urgently? Like, how do you decide, I'm going to choose this place or this organization or this group to assist?
Well, I like to do everything needs-based. And obviously, people do things based on what they're passionate about or where they're from. But I always say, I'm Jamaican, but I'm from St. Thomas. So you know that my heart is there. But right now, something happened in my nation.
Mm-hmm.
So I went west before me even go St. Thomas. So I normally look around and see what needs are there, where are the needs, and then look at the strengths that I have.
Yes.
Because there was some years ago, I did have that savior complex. And I'm also an empath. So you see, when you see needs, you just want to do everything. So like in the first 2 days after the hurricane, I can imagine how I felt.
Yes.
Because you feel your body kind of trying to reach out to everybody everywhere. But very quickly, you learn that that is not sustainable. So I look at the skill sets that I have and the skill sets and resources that I have access to and where the needs are more pressing. And it's like a Venn diagram. So if you look at the skill sets, where the needs are more pressing, the resources that you have access to, whatever is in the middle there, that is the sweet spot. And those are the needs I go after.
There's so many people right now, listening or watching, especially like young people that, would want to make a difference, but they don't know where to start. What's the first step to becoming a change maker?
Well, a desire. So I want to do something to make the world a better place. It starts there. So a lot of times young people come and say, I want to do this, and I'm like, what are you passionate about? You know what I mean? You can start by looking at when I started, PIOJ put out a report every year, the Economic and Social Survey, ESSJ report, and it actually tells you what are some of the greatest social issues in Jamaica, where's the poorest, all of those things. So there's actually a report that reports all that. So operate based on the information that is accessible, because information out there. But people love, especially we see it happening now in this particular crisis. People just say, don't just need some help, and everybody rush to that direction, and you know what I mean? So there are resources, is the point I'm making, for you to see, where the greatest need is. Somebody like Tony that does sign language, her parents are deaf. She does sign language, so that is a cause that she holds at heart, you know what I mean? So she never have to look far to find out what her calling is. But no, it's not just about, my parents were deaf. For Tony, is like, what is happening in the deaf landscape overall? What are some other issues that I didn't see when I was a younger Tony? Now that I have more understanding, now that I understand the importance of research, now we can explore and approach the issue, not because I'm just passionate because it was my parents, but I'm looking at now a broader issue. You know what I mean?
You're doing an amazing job, by the way. So awards obviously, highlight success, but what's a challenge or failure you've had to overcome that people don't often hear about?
Well, a lot of people don't know I do not like publicity.
Really?
Because I do well at it when I do what I do. And a part of what drives that is compassion. So in my work, I do a lot of training, I do a lot of speaking to groups, I host events, I do all of that. So the compassion to make sure that my audience learns whatever I'm trying to share, to make sure they feel engaged, I do well at what I do. But the publicity part of it is what I hate the most. Because you would know well, publicity comes with a lot of undesirables. As well. Sometimes you just want to go somewhere you don't necessarily want to be seen. Sometimes you're not currently in service at this time. You just try to go somewhere with your spouse or there's something, and the attention that comes with it. And then you have to then become a good steward of the voice that you have now developed. Because people listen to you and believe in what you say. One time there was an artist who did say, I never asked nobody if you make me be their role model, but you don't have to ask. We won't say who, but you understand? But you don't decide whether or not you're a role model. So you take on some responsibilities that you didn't necessarily sign up for, but by default, you sign up for it because people start looking at you. You know what I mean? But what I'm excited about is not just that I get to get these awards, because at the end of the day, you put them on a dresser and wherever, and them get a dose. The fact that people can look at themselves, especially rural young people, and see possibility for themselves through my life, that's what drives me the most.
How do you stay grounded though throughout all of this?
Well, I have to have people around me that keeps me grounded. I remember when I was going through the deepest, darkest point in my life when I was on the Chevening Scholarship. A lot of people don't know that too. Because when I left on Chevening and I left on a high, I was ambassador for a program at Bank of Jamaica. Bank of Jamaica posted me, the Prime Minister posted me. I was just everywhere and everywhere. But when I went to the UK, that quiet time, because I didn't realize how much I was processing. I lost my father, I lost my relationship, I lost lots of things, and I was processing a lot of things from my younger life, but I've never stopped.
Right.
You know, come out of the limelight.
So you just get going.
In a cold, dark country now, by yourself. So everything basically came out at that time. And I said to my mentor, I felt like I was going to fail my master's degree. And I was there thinking, I'm going to be the first evening scholar that fails. It's going to be so embarrassing after I was on everybody's status. What is this going to look like? So I did some deep reflection, and I told my mentor, I feel so lonely right now. And I literally said this to him, I feel like if I passed, nobody would know, because I never have no friends around or whatever. So I asked him to keep up with me every day. So he called me Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that has continued from COVID till now. So my mentor keeps me grounded. When I have big consulting jobs and I have to process through a lot of data and do a lot of analysis, I sit with him. I have a lot of friends who are psychotherapists. So I get free therapy.
Yes, love that for
all
you.
the time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I pray, and then I do things that I enjoy. You know? I love go events and those things. And sometimes you just take a quiet time.
Be still.
And be still.
Sometimes you definitely have to be still. So to kind of, go shift gears to the topic, right?
Yeah.
In your work with families and communities, what patterns do you see that people often describe as generational curses?
Yeah.
So that's the first part, and the second part is, how do you help them break these cycles or those cycles?
Right. So generational curses is a big topic, and depending on who you are talking to, they look at it in a different kind of way. If you talk to a Caribbean person, they might start thinking about sorcery.
Yes.
Think about generational curse. But curses are really patterns of behavior that repeats through generations. One big pattern that I've seen in Jamaica, not just Jamaica, but Caribbean families, is silence. Certain things you don't talk about. You understand me? You can be a jacket, but you know, to talk about
you don't talk about it.
Don't talk about that.
Yes,
and certain things are a family secret. You don't share that. Sometimes people are even struggling with a terminal illness. They don't want anybody to know. You know, certain things just keep on going on in the family, and you can't talk about it. You have to shh. You know, sometimes there are things like incest and different things, and they keep that on a hush-hush. And that's a continued cycle that keeps going through the family. So one of the things that I encourage families to do is identify it. Name it, that this is a curse that keeps following us. And this is something that needs to be done about. And there's a lot of fear sometimes as it relates to breaking a generational curse, because nobody don't want to say nothing.
Yes.
You're going to be seen as that person in the family that's causing trouble.
Like me, right?
Are you causing trouble in your family? When what you're actually trying to do is breaking a cycle.
Yes.
And I'm that person in my family.
Yes.
I will call a family meeting. My family normally have a family meeting. That's not a thing. But if we're going to break that curse, and break that cycle, because as I say, a curse is a repeated cycle.
Yes.
And there's such thing as generational transmission. And there's a whole study of this called epigenetics. So apart from your DNA, epigenetics is like these tags on your genetics that keeps on repeating certain things. Because if your grandmother was always fearful and always said to your mother, don't do this, be careful of this, then you become hyper vigilant, and then your mother raised you in the same way, and then so that kind of hyper vigilance and the fact that you're always turned on and in this hyper sensitivity, it becomes something that passed down in the family. So that's what a generational curse look like, as an example. So when you flag it and you realize that I flag a lot of things. Like my mother would have said, don't hold the umbrella over your head.
Yeah.
Me say, if a physical umbrella over my head, that gonna stop me from married,
Yeah.
well. You understand? Because my mother
Yes.
is very, very superstitious. So
Right.
I identify it, I flag it, I say, you can't be so superstitious. You
Right.
say you're a Christian and you believe in a God, you believe an umbrella over your head.
I
gonna
gotta stop
you from
marriage.
married.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. So then, do you believe that then generational curses are more cultural or psychological or both?
It's both.
It's both.
Right. So remember, we were talking about some of the psychological aspects.
Yes.
There are such things as epigenetics, and then you have these genetic tags, and then it can be passed on. So that's biological. If you think about a pregnant mother who is highly stressed, and then if there is a lot of cortisol because she's in this intense stress mode, it can actually cross the placenta and actually affect the baby. That is biological. It's also spiritual. And what's the other one that you said?
Cultural.
And it's cultural, right? So if you have a certain way of thinking in a family, and that is what is taught to the next generation, and you see this repeating. And sometimes you see the cycle. Nobody in this family ever get married, or nobody in this family marriage ever stays together. There's something about culture and way of being that keeps that cycle repeating.
But then, do you think that we oftentimes then uses these quote unquote generational curses as an excuse for failure? You just said something to me that kind of triggered. Me talking to a cousin of mine.
Yeah.
She has a sister and her mother. They've not had successful relationships. So 3 women in the house. And the other day we were talking, and she had made mention about her relationship now is just in shambles, and she said, "Boy, clearly, it's a generational curse." And I'm like, yeah, but then if you constantly. Because your mind is very powerful,
Yes,
right? And I
absolutely.
don't think we understand. And there's this book that I am currently rereading, The 4 Agreement, right?
Yeah.
4 Agreements. And I think one of the agreement was be impeccable with your word. And basically, it was just saying, just speak positivity over your life at all times. Because once you start to think negatively and to talk these things out in the atmosphere, then these things...
You produce it. Yeah, words of power.
So then, do you think sometimes that we blame everything on generational curses?
Yeah, a lot of people do, a lot of families do, but the point is that we can also heal. So just like your body would have learned those negative cycles, you can also unlearn those negative cycles. And I had to do that with my mother. She was just consistently abusive, and I decided that, you know what, I don't want that.
Yes.
And sometimes generational cycles continue because people refuse to forgive. Right? No, Megan. It look like you have some things you don't want to forgive it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You have to go tell me what are some of those things where you're all on pan.
Yeah.
But I struggled to forgive my mother. So when I was growing up, my mother would have beat for everything. You see, if you come on me and lost your ribbon, she gonna beat you. If you say me last my ribbon, she gonna say a liar tell. But me actually be honest and tell say last before you even realize say.
Yes.
You understand me? She would have beat you. If me say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and me say 12 o'clock, and then me say 13 o'clock, is a beating.
Yes.
Cause me struggle with the clock when me I grow up. So
Yes.
a whole heap of beating. And me not talk just a couple slaps in your hand, Miguel. Me I talk brutal beating. Sit down upon you,
Yes.
beat in your head or anyway, right? So I struggled to forgive her because even as a teenager, I remember when I was in 6th form, my mother gave me a solid box in the square. You understand? Where people could have say. So I struggled, and then I said to myself, this lady's possessed and whatever. This is all. And people who know my mother, they don't know that she's like that behind closed doors.
Oh, okay.
But I told myself, the kind of grandmother that I want my child to have is not who my mother currently was at that time. So I decided that I'm going to forgive her. And I know people will say, you know what my parents do, da-da-da-da-da. And this is the clean version I gave you with the abuse with my mother. But
Yes.
I made a decision that I was going to forgive her. Because guess what? If I get a mother to love me for the rest of my life at say 27 years old or whatever time that was, she can love me for the rest of my life till me I'm 65 or whenever we will part company.
Yes.
Then I will have a more flourishing life. If she shows up as a more loving grandmother than the type of mother that she was to me, I will have a more flourishing life. So I made a decision that cycle would not continue.
But then my question to forgiveness is, I can always forgive you, but what about the work that you need to do to be the version that I would accept?
I guided her in that work.
Oh, okay.
I guided her in that work. It was difficult at first because the first one was she flaring up, and I just stood up for the first time and said, "You need to stop."
Yeah.
And I said, "If you are my mother and I love you and respect you, I will not allow you to reference me using that word, that B word." You understand me?
Yes,
and I told her, and firmly and strongly, and she looked shocked.
Yes.
And then there was silence for about 3 weeks. And then she didn't want some money for borrow. So, so you know, she have a comeback. And then no, I was living with her. I mean, live upstairs and she lived downstairs, and me go out and come in, silence for 3 weeks, and I allowed the silence. And when she came back, I said, "Mom, we have to turn a new page. That's the only way.
Yes.
And if we're not speaking to each other respectfully, the conversation is not happening. And this is also fueled by my love for you. So because I love you and I respect you, I am a mother. If I'm a mother talk to me, it ought to be a certain way.
Yes.
So all of my mother in the car and she started and I said, "This, that," me say, "I will let you off and give you a fear, you know." So let me know if you want us to, are you going to behave? And she behave herself.
I love that approach.
And now she even protect my space.
Yes.
If somebody wants to come in my space and she say, "You know, I don't think Tishauna is up to that right now, you know, you probably have to give her some time," the same person. Yeah, right now before I dropped her off at home, she did a cook soup for me have for the next couple of days and all of this, the same mother.
Yes. I love that. And you know, it's imperative that, and same thing too. I was talking to a relative of mine and she was complaining about this weird dynamic that she has with her father. And I was saying to her, you know, perhaps it's time for you to have this conversation, because we're at a place now where we're now adults. We've unlearned certain things, and you know, sometimes we have to parent our parents as well.
Yes.
Yeah, understand me? So sometimes we have to, you know, let our parents know how we want to be loved.
Exactly.
You understand? So I've been in that headspace for the whole heap of years now, but you know, yes, it may feel like, but I'm not gonna ever change, but you don't know.
You don't know.
Really
I used to say that. I used to say there's no way.
Yeah.
When people used to say talk to your mother, I say my mother is untalkable too. It cannot be done. I used to tell people that.
Yes.
And you see, I was continuing because that's the script I know.
And then continuing that cycle.
And I was continuing that cycle.
Yeah.
You understand me? But change is possible.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
And you have to walk them through that change. Because remember, this is a generation where we're so open, where the first time we're putting language to certain things.
Yes.
You don't hear our parents talking about intergenerational transmission.
Yes.
And whatever.
That's
you
true.
know, look how easily we come up with all these languages just since that, survivor's guilt, immigrant guilt, this, that, and that. In a Gilbert time, I don't know if they were talking about no immigrant and them something like that. You understand? So in this day and age, we name things, and you see, we're even more open about our flaws. If my house is a little bit untidy and a friend is coming over, I'm good. My mother is like, "So somebody will come up, we have to clean up everything."
Yes, that's my mother.
You know what I mean? Everything have to be spick and span. Not even one cup can at the sink, because you don't want nobody come here, you have a dirty plate. Mr. Mommy, it's a fork. You understand? We eat at this house, a fork and you know what I mean? But they are from a totally different generation. So it takes a while to get them into it. And a lot of patience. Remember my mother couldn't text. Should have called me and said, "Thumbs up for me now." You understand? Now my mother send me every type of emoji.
Yes.
Me have to wonder if she gets some advanced classes outside of what I taught her. So it's just that it might be different for you and your parent. And God bless everybody who have the very loving parents from morning. Sometimes they don't even realize what they have in that blessing. But wherever you are, if you think your relationship is impossible, And it might not be with a parent, because, you know, you have parents with bad mind all in pitney.
Not good. We're going to talk about that next. We're going to take a break. Please remember that, you know. Please remember that point. We're going to take a break. We're still here with Tishauna Mullins, and we're talking about generational curses on Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah, Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
Hi, I'm Lori Gale from Oasis, advising of a change in our program focus, November 5 to 18. We do a shift from reading the Word to living out the Word. Host Roland Gale will speak with heads of churches regarding their intervention in getting our lives back on track following Hurricane Melissa. Be sure to join Roland and his guests on Oasis beginning Wednesday, November 5, 12:55 p.m., with a repeat at 5:45 a.m. Only on Nationwide, the new revolution in media. Let's all be praying for our nation.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton, weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
It's hard-hitting. It's riveting. It's the much-talked-about cover story during Nationwide at 5. Here Cliff Hughes get to the heart of the story of the day. Cover Story, aired 5:30 weekdays during Nationwide at 5. Nationwide at 5. Talk radio at its best. Cover Story.
Cover Story is brought to you by JTA Credit Union, serving our members, impacting lives positively.
Multilink, roll with control. Use Multilink, safe, fast, and accepted in more locations.
There's a first time for everything. Here's the new memories. You are my genesis.
What is a curse? Well, a curse is generally seen as a form of misfortune or suffering believed to be cursed by a negative spiritual force, spoken word, or action. In many cultures, including Jamaica's, a curse is thought to bring ongoing bad luck, illness, or hardship to a person or family. It can be intentional, like when someone works OBA or speak bad mind over your life, or things like that, or self-inflicted through negative behavior, jealousy, or disobedience. In simpler terms, a curse is when bad energy or consequences seem to follow someone no matter what they do. Now, what is a generational curse? A generational curse takes that idea just a step further. It's the belief that the misfortune doesn't stop with one person but is passed down through family lines. This could be spiritual, like a curse spoken over a family, or it could be behavioral, like repeating cycles of poverty, abuse, or broken relationships. For instance, if every generation struggles with addiction, or if anger and silence are the family's only form of communication, that's a modern form of a generational curse. In Jamaica, this concept blends Bible and belief, church and culture. Some see it as a spiritual bondage that needs prayer and deliverance. Others see it as inherited trauma that needs awareness and healing. Either way, it speaks to one truth until someone decides to face it. The pattern keeps repeating. Now, let's break it down. Generational curses, same what we've kind of just touched on earlier, are basically the idea that certain struggles or patterns like poverty, abuse, infidelity, or even bad luck keep showing up in families generation after generation. Some people say it's a spiritual thing rooted in the Bible verse that talks about the sins of the fathers being visited upon the children. Others believe it's more about what we learn and pass down, habits, trauma, and mindsets that shape how we live and love. Psychologists call this intergenerational trauma, the way pain and behavior get carried forward through family culture, not genetics. So while grandma might have said, it's running our blood, modern research suggests it might actually run in our upbringing. In Jamaica, this belief hits deep because we grew up in a culture where religion, spirituality, and tradition walk hand in hand. Many of us have heard elders talk about crosses in the family or being under spiritual attack. From Sunday sermons to revival meetings, people are taught that certain family misfortunes need prayer and deliverance to break. At the same time, younger Jamaicans, especially with access to therapy and social media conversations about healing, are starting to see it differently. They're realizing that what other older generations called curse might really be unhealed trauma, toxic family cycles, or just silence our own pain. Still, for many Jamaicans, the line between spiritual warfare and family pattern remains blurry, and that's what makes this debate so powerful. So basically, everything we were talking about earlier, right. Comes back. And I think I saw a comment on YouTube. I think it was Majestic Gabifi that says, as long as the person you forgive does not continue to demonstrate same behaviors, that was a problem. And I think it was the question that I posed to you. Forgiving may be easy, but what if it is that the person doesn't change? No, how much chances am I supposed to give the people then? Because for me, I have this thing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're my father, mother, sister, brother. I don't care if we share the same DNA. Once I cut you off, I'm going to cut you off. If you're really disturbing,
clean cut off.
Someone still, son?
Or if there's a funeral, you'll go cut off.
Right. Because for me, my mental health comes first. And I am working on myself every single day. And I will not let you carry me back to where I come from.
Exactly.
How many chances do I give someone if I try to forgive them, please?
It's hard to give a number, It's about constant progress, right?
Okay.
Because I have family members that I love that I have had to firmly say things to. I have a family member that just like to regurgitate negativity. So something had happened and they keep on raising the thing over and over. And I said to the person respectfully, if you're gonna, it was something about some money, and if the money did the right thing that the money was supposed to do, and the money was to help somebody who was sick. So I said, look, all of that money helped the person who was sick. So if we're gonna have another conversation about that money, tell you what to do. Send me a message or an email with the amount that you'd like to be returned to you, and I will send it. But what I do not want to have, and this is being said with the greatest love, I want you to understand, is a regurgitation of this. And you see, especially when you're younger in the family, if me your uncle and me your auntie, Even if you're 35 or 45, who is you to tell me this? Because them still gonna look on you, you're a little boy, you're a little girl. Sometimes it's hard for them to see that you're now a full-blown adult. Who, you understand me? So in terms of breaking some of these generational curses, some of them are relational, and you have to put your boundaries in place. It was so hard for me to love through boundaries, because boundaries can break curses, you know. When they learn that if you want to access me, this is the way that you access me. And access me means speak respectfully, mean don't disturb my mental peace. It means all of that. I'm willing to love you, you know. The love, rich in love, they are wait for you. But if you are going to do anything that disturbs my peace, because a lot of people call Gen Zs and millennials selfish. Because they want to access you anyhow they want, anytime they want, and disturb your peace.
I don't play that game.
And we don't, millennials especially. We don't. We're very kind people. But if you're gonna disturb us, we're not gonna allow you to turn us into the monster that we don't want to become. Everybody have two sides, and true, me don't want you to draw out that side. If I'm gonna continue being a good person, I'm not gonna allow you to break that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so can a part of breaking, you know, these generational curses, can a part of that look like just not dealing with the family members at all? Because here it is, right? Again, I no one, like, I just really just don't mind just not dealing, to be honest.
Yeah, if I'm not gonna deal though, I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
Before it get to the stage of not dealing.
Okay.
So they would know why I'm not dealing. You understand me? My family knows clearly. I sent a message to my family one time, you know, and I said to them, I'm making a commitment not to speak negative about any family member. So, and I want all of us to make this commitment together. So if somebody call me, say you're my brother, and somebody call me to tell me, say, you know, Karim's son rude because he must smoke, I must do this, I must do that, and this person's son better than Karim's son. Me not play that game there.
Right.
So if you want to call to speak negativity about other family members, I'm not going to have that conversation, and I'm clear about that.
Right.
You understand me?
Yes.
So if it means that you're not going to have conversations with me because I'm not willing to speak negative about another family member, then we're going to have issues. You get me? So, yeah, you just have to set up your boundaries. But they know that if they call me right now and say, you know, I'd like help for this family member that will be in Jamaica for a week, I'm daddy.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes.
If you ask me to help with a project or to direct you to somebody who can help you with something, I'm not going to say, oh, well, I'm not deal with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not do it.
Right.
I think that's just plain meanness.
Yes.
You get me?
Yeah.
So if I know somebody at, you know, one of those ambassador's office in the US that can enable something for you, and you call me and ask me for the contact, I'm not going to not give you because then you don't deal.
Right.
You get me?
Yes.
Because that's just, I don't know, that feel like hate. That feel like beyond setting boundaries.
Yes.
So, and let me just make that point clear. Let's make loving boundaries different from just showing up in hate or mischief or any of those things. If you need me, then if somebody die and say help write the eulogy, I'm not going to say, well, I'm not deal with you, so I'm not write nothing. I write it and send it to you the same way. But the daily conversations, that's going to corrupt and become toxic. I'm not for that.
Yeah, I love that approach. Can you truly break a curse without first understanding the story of where it began?
It's best to go to the root. It's always best to go to the root. But if there's a challenge with getting to the root, because some people, some families, especially older family members, they don't like to talk about what is at the root. So does that mean that we're going to remain stuck and can never overcome this? Because there's many levels, you know. So you have relational things that you have to deal with. You have the spiritual things where you can deal with via prayer. Thank God our generation is more open to therapy because some things are just simply psychological. When I was able to understand a lot more things about myself and dynamics and what might be coming from childhood, and sometimes you're showing up somewhere and you don't even realize that you're like this until you sit with somebody and they point out certain cycles and you get to understand, say, oh, you know, something always I show up that way. And if you think back in your last 3 relationships, you realize that you were showing up similar ways, and you know what I mean? So that helps you to figure out what is going on with you. So it's different levels, you understand? So you have the spiritual level, the relational, the one that you can solve through therapy. A big thing too is financial trauma.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
yeah.
that goes through a lot of. Have you ever heard about the black tax before?
I think I have, but tell me again, please.
So when it comes to so financial literacy actually breaks a lot of financial curses and economic based curses.
Yes.
You can't just say, praise the Lord, hallelujah, break the cycle and it gone. If you still don't understand investment, you still don't know where your money is, you still don't see where they're holding your finances, it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
So a lot of black families, by the time you start work, then the strain comes on you to pay for this, pay sister school fee, contribute to this, you know, carry me rich, they're on radio, they're all over the world, have it.
Oh yes, oh yes.
You understand me? So everybody, all the cousins them what it far down the line now, they remember, you know.
They're trying to remember me.
Bwoyatingz, I'm a cousin. Everybody come out,
right.
you know, and they want you to pay for this, pay for that, help with this, help for that. And then because of that, you don't end up growing financially.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And as soon as the next person becomes an adult, the burden is shifted. And then that continues a cycle of poverty.
So how do we fix that?
And then you never break through. Again, here comes the boundaries.
Yeah.
I had to say to my mother, look, you see, if you really have a need, then I can deal with that. But just to give this amount of money every single month. What is it? Is it a womb fee because you brought me here?
Yes.
I don't know. You understand me? But if you need something, I'm going to sort it out.
Yes.
You understand me? If you're hot and your blood pressure go up and you need one AC in your room, and you say, this is what I want for my birthday, we can buy one AC. But I don't think there needs to be an amount of money that I have to give you monthly and whatever. I don't believe in that.
Yes.
Because that I go slow down my
Your
growth.
progress and growth, yeah.
So I set those boundaries. I say, if you're in need, let me know. But I'm not going to just consistently give you money just because.
Yeah.
Financial literacy is another thing that helps to break curses. A lot of people just never used to have money conversations.
I don't think we have a lot of money conversations within families in Jamaica, unfortunately.
And I was going to say at the dinner table, but some people don't even eat on a dinner table. Right. Everybody take them dinner.
And just go about them way.
In their room. They on their phones.
Yes.
Who sit down on the back step.
Right.
Who sit down at the kitchen counter and
Yes.
eat. So we don't have a lot of communal time in a lot of Caribbean families. And therefore we don't do a lot of wealth conversation. So when I learn about wealth, I teach my sister about wealth. I teach my mother about wealth. I teach everybody. Come on, everybody rich.
Yes.
You understand me? If all of we have it, nobody now have to say, oh, Tishauna have it. But if everybody growing their wealth, there's no need to put any particular strain on anybody.
I think I asked this question earlier, but in a different way. So then how do you heal from something that your family refuses to even talk about? Because getting to the source is one thing, but for you to heal, you would like to uncover certain things, right? And to have a discussion, an honest conversation. But how you even heal if the other side, they don't want to have this conversation? Like, what do you do?
At that point now, you have to realize you have to go find another method to heal. Because it's just like I had a friend that broke the friendship and didn't tell me why.
That sounds like me. I do that a lot.
That's not nice.
I know. The funny thing is, I was talking to somebody about this morning. I can't say the competition. I literally ended up a 15-year friendship last year, and the person is still wondering.
Yeah.
Like what happened?
And if that person really valued you, it's a burden for them to carry. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because they're wondering, when we do Kareem, what could I do? And depending on the type of person, if it's an empath like me, it's gonna keep on this, I go through them head. Because they might think about, and maybe you might think that it should have obvious to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, but they may not have seen it. You understand?
Yeah,
because I had a friend that gave me 3 strikes. I may never know that I was on a strike system. So by the time...
Is your friend me? Because I'm stay.
Yeah, you don't stay so.
No, like literally this morning I was talking to somebody about it because the mutual friend that we share, she and I were having a conversation, and she said, boy, you know, say XYZ reach out to me. And I'm like, oh, you know what's so funny? I got a missed call from the person last month. It looked like the person in Jamaica is in, and like she said, so at what point are you going to speak? And I'm like, no.
You
like,
see, so it's still bothering the person.
Oh, yeah.
It's still bother them. I will say to the person, boy, because I had a friend that just loved debating endlessly, senselessly. And if you don't say you are absolutely right, if you have your point, them not done.
Not good.
So I said to the person, over time, you actually are waste my life. Because every time we have one of these 2.5 hour conversations where you keep on, I'm not finding it useful. And sometimes you bring something to me and I spend 3 hours on the phone and I'm helping you and you go and do the opposite thing and then you come back and want to burden me with the results of the opposite thing where you go do. And it's a continued cycle. I can't do this anymore. I literally can't do this friendship. And I told the person, I cannot do this friendship anymore. I am finished.
Yes.
You understand me? Or, you know, mother tell you something for make you know, say, I eat that. Mother may reach out to you and say, you know, where I got a party or where I do this, and you just not respond.
Yeah.
So I wonder,
sounds
what
like
I
me.
do? Yeah?
Sounds like me.
So I tell my family members. So if anybody who I not talk to often, they know why, whether it's a friend or a family or whoever the person is.
Can one person's healing shift an entire bloodline, or do some wounds run too deep to undo? Because you could, you know, fix yourself, heal, break those generational curses yourself, but then does that fix the entire curse?
Not in all cases. So, I mean, I broke a lot of cycles in my family. So I was first to get a bachelor's degree, first to get a master's degree, first to do a lot of the things that I'm doing. I didn't see a path. I always said to my sister, because my sister is 6 years younger than me, I basically bulldoze a number of paths for you to walk. She can go to certain places and say, Tishauna is my sister. When she was in her early 20s, on her resume, she had done work with the U.S. Embassy, with British Council, with lots of corporate brands, because she was working with me. So her resume went in no time. Me have to push and nobody don't know me and me have to try to get my way in and whatever. So you see, my healing and breaking of cycles have helped my sister to walk a much easier journey. And there was a point in my life where I had some kind of resentment when she wasn't coming across as the kindest sister. Because I say, oh, I work hard, I break down this for you, and then you now be the kindest to me, and blah, blah, blah. Now she's in Japan working. And we had a very deep conversation recently where she was able to look back at many things and apologize. And I said to her, you don't realize how powerful that moment was, because it was a casual conversation. And never like where I have no deep generational, nothing. But the fact that she recognized that some of those things, because I used to shield my sister from some of the abuse I was getting, because I didn't want she get it. I mean, say, you know, I want to secure this relationship. The relationship with my mother has improved. And slowly but surely, you're going to have some family members now where them come like say, them born to be the stumbling block of the family. And you continue to pray for them, but you don't get wound up in their toxicity.
Yes.
You understand? Some of them say, me not tell them happy birthday, and they must say me never, me not see. Because if you not tell me happy birthday, me not look for you tell me, or not tell me.
Right.
So if you never tell me, it's not a thing for me.
Right.
You understand me? And then I do a lot of understanding for others. So sometimes because of people's wounds and their traumas, they show up in ways that are unfavorable. And I have learned to forgive those things. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that I'm going to deal with it, but I forgive it. Because I realize, say, if you're acting that way, something is wrong with you. You know, you probably operate under some psychological trauma, because trauma causes people to show up. When trauma causes somebody to mistreat you, it's difficult to forgive through that, you know. That's what I'm saying? Because I asked my mother during this healing process, why did you used to abuse me so much? And she said, I didn't know better. I'm almost sorry for her when she said that.
Yeah.
But when she did abuse me, never sorry for her. Just say, wicked.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
So understand that trauma caused people to show up in some undesirable ways.
Yes.
And to be able to forgive through that is at a higher level kind of thing.
Wow, well said. Well said.
Look like you have some work for you, Kareem.
This is for me. My approach might just be just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like, if
I
it's
would
not
like to
my
hear about your
immediate
approach.
family, right? Like I'm very close with my immediate family. Like immediate, like we're very, close knit. We don't really have no baga excitement, right? But it's just I would say the uncles and the aunties and things like that. And it's not toxic, like extremely toxic, It's just how I would prefer things to be. It's not that. And like my mother knows me like the back of her hand. So for me, I am very dismissive. So I believe in, whereas my mother would give chances, me not believe in that, because in my mind is, how many times are you going to get the same results and continue? Like, you're literally putting yourself through hurt for no reason at all. Me not do that. You understand? Because that's just how my mother raised me and my little sister. So my sister and I, like, we have similar personality traits where, yeah, man, like, we'll just stay over here with, our little immediate family over this side and everybody else over there. So
I will do that too, but I will tell you. So they will they will know.
I think that's the approach that I know needs to
why
start
I'm
taking.
over here. So I'll say, guys, I love you and I want to do this now, but it's when you carry me back in this little toxic bubble, I don't process with it well. So you see, if you see me there over in a little corner, I just that. So if you need me for anything, let me know. You understand me? Because there was a little buzz recently with my family, but then we have a lot going on in Jamaica. Man, say, no for going to Jamaica. So I need some time to process what's going on. So these things that we need to deal with, me soon come.
Yes.
Just give me a moment.
Yes.
So say I don't really ignore me, I ignore you, but I am unable to can.
Yes.
I cannot can. I cannot can right now. So when I can again,
yes,
you will hear from me. All right, so them know.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna have any kind of animosity, then it's up to them, because I would have communicated well. And I think it's the same thing in friendship.
Yeah.
Because friendship is extended family. Kareem.
Tishauna, you come flip me on my back tonight, sit clear. You come flip me on my back tonight,
It's extended
Tishauna.
family, so you have to make them know, say, I treasure the friendship that we've had, but over the past year or whatever, I've just been having some discomfort. And even if you don't want to tell them everything, you just say, I think I want to stay away for a while. I don't know if that while going to turn into forever, but I need a moment. And then if you don't come back, they know so a while turning into forever. But at least you did say something.
Yeah.
Say something, because it's very uncomfortable to have. Because I struggle with ADHD, and then because I'm so brilliant in so many ways, when an ADHD challenge caused me to not focus on certain things, or miss things, or you tell me something or I forgot, or I make a promise and I never do it, I've lost many friendships like that. Friendships that meant so much to me, that thought, so you don't do this, but me see I do this. You show up for your speaking engagement. Me see I trained for JMMB last week. You're there on radio program, you're there on TV, you're there all over. But you don't remember for call me. You get me? And them cut me off. But I'm not gonna die about it.
Right.
But because I'm an empath, and when I love people, in that first month or two when it happens, I feel it.
Yeah.
Especially if it just cut, I don't know why. Because it could have been something that you could have misinterpreted something to, They could have done something and them not mean nothing by it, and them not realize that them hurt you.
Yes.
So you could have cut off a friendship because of something that you misinterpreted.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a break. And you guys can call us. We're going to actually open the phone lines. So if you have any comments, opinions, questions on the topic, you guys can call us at 876-630-9371 to 4. 876-618-6730. The question of the night is, do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? Take a quick break. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.
For over 30 years, Chris and Charles has been financing your goals, dreams, creating your great moments. Celebrate the occasion with us. Borrow $1 million, pay less than $25,000 monthly, and get 30% off your processing fees. No guarantor needed. Call 876-920-4189 or WhatsApp 876-838-9028. Conditions apply. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
If it's in the public's interest, it's the nation's business during Nationwide at 5. The nation's business.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide this morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide this morning at 6:51 a.m.
I'm Dennis Brooks.
I'm Marlon Campbell.
I'm Floyd Green.
And I'm Garth Williams. Catch us on the Jamaican Dads podcast right here on Nationwide 90 FM, Thursdays at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m.
The Jamaican Dads podcast is all about providing men with a healthy, safe, and functional forum to tackle many of the taboo topics that concern our masculinity.
Like everyone else out there, we're dads of varying amounts of experience who come from different backgrounds and often view the world differently.
We're definitely not perfect, but we are all brethren and we're all committed to this piece of rock called Jamaica.
Too often, there are no safe spaces for men to explore the issues which are important to us.
Plus, most of the content out there about parenthood is produced by women, for women. So we think it is important that we be the change we want to see.
Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jamaican Dads with a Z.
And definitely join us here on Nationwide 90 FM every Thursday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 6 p.m. for the Jamaican Dads podcast. It's a revolution in media.
They've lost homes. Everything is gone. Have no house, have nothing. They've lost power. No water, no food, no light, no bed. Jamaican people need desperate help. Some haven't heard a familiar voice in days.
The last thing I said to my sister, please be safe. And that was the last time.
For others, hope is starting to ebb. But together, we are rebuilding Jamaica one parish at a time. We have to try. We have to try. Can't give up.
Join Nationwide 90 FM from November 21 to December 19, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as we broadcast live from Westmoreland, St. James, Trelawney, Hanover, and St. Elizabeth, helping families and communities rebuild after Hurricane Melissa.
And you can help too.
Bring your donations, non-perishable food, water, hygiene products, lighting, or recovery supplies to our office at 14 Ocean Boulevard, the Digital Building, downtown Kingston.
Let's show the true strength of our nation: unity, compassion, and care. Together, we can rebuild lives and restore hope. Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
Give us strength. Never let I fail.
There's a first time for everything. Here's the new memories. You are my genesis. I won't let you walk away. I love your energy. Here's the new beginning.
All right, and welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. My name is Kareem Bwoyatingz. Still here with Tishauna, who's been buffing me in my back left and right and center and all these things. But joining us on the panel is no stranger to the show, King Diel, who is a Jamaican reggae recording artist, more popularly known, obviously. What are you supposed to know him already? Anybody on the platform, I must know Diel. Because Diel has been here so many times. Yes, I mean, he's not a staple of the show, but some of you guys, may know him from Island Kings, and he's, obviously since then pursued his solo career, and he's making strides in the Jamaican music industry. He performed his single "Daddy" on the show the last time, right? Yes. One of my favorite songs from him. He is a father and a very great storyteller. He's performed once again on the show many times, and you've seen him on social media, and he's been doing some amazingly great things, especially since Hurricane Beryl. He's one of maybe 5 persons since the past 2 weeks that I've been on their socials.
Beryl or Melissa?
I mean Melissa, Jesus, I'll put myself on going on things. But yeah, like he's one of only 5 people that since the past 2 weeks I've really not been taking a lot of socials like that, but he's been doing an amazingly great job. Welcome to the show, Diel.
Respect, bro.
Well, go on.
Yeah, bro.
Your relief project. Can we just touch on that just a little bit? You've been doing a lot.
Yeah.
Tired,
I know. Tired.
I can imagine.
I hear things, so whatever forward and show love, see me.
Appreciate it. Yes.
So yeah, I started by going down with my little brother. My little brother is a soldier in the JDF. We just went down to look for somebody that we couldn't find. And then when we went down there and saw the place, we were like, whoa. And that was like one day after the hurricane. And since then, I've just been going back. People have been giving to, it's not a foundation yet, but seems to be turning into that now. Today I met for the first time with the team, and it seems to be the, what name? Off the Grid Foundation. So we're going to register it right now. But it's really about trying to get the people off the grid. You see a lot of the trucks down there stop and them giving out stuff and so. But we are trying to get to the persons who are not on the main, who are in the little lanes and in the little byways and the little place them where people not really go. So that's the essence of it. Setting up distribution hubs now in different parishes. We have one for St. Elizabeth now. Going to set up one tomorrow in Westmoreland. I will keep it moving. It's just really trying to get to the people, because I know say it could have been we in a Kingston. I would have want people help too.
That's so true. If it is that people would like to make contact with you, to donate, in any way, shape or form, how can they do so?
Sure, they can just message me on Instagram, King Diel Official.
King Diel Official.
Yeah, bro.
All right. So we're talking about generational curses tonight.
Yeah.
And, as both a son and a father, what generational lessons have you consciously decided to break or change for your own, children?
So my father and I would have a great relationship, so that's just the easiest one to nurture a good relationship with me and my son. So I've tried. He's only 3, but it starts from a very tender age, and I am just trying my best to just talk to him a lot, and as him grow, just make him know, say, all right, no matter what it is, when you reach 15, 18. 21, whatever, whenever you can talk to me. You can tell me anything. That's the main thing that I want from my kids, because I have more kids. Daughter them, my son them.
Alright for that, bro.
Yeah, man. If you born upon Earth, man, Earth for populate.
No, growing up, Diel, what patterns did you witness in your family or community that as a big man recognize as generational curses?
When did you define generational curse? What is it exactly?
Tish, do you want to go ahead?
Someone can make sure I said the right thing.
Yeah, we spoke about generational curses being repeated cycles of behaviors, and the fact that some people look at it from a spiritual perspective. Some people look on it from a cultural perspective. You know, Jamaicans might just say they put it on you. And we looked at the biological perspective now, where intergenerational transmission of trauma. So you observe the same behavior moving from one generation to the other. So it's a repeated cycle of usually negative behavior.
I got it. So I definitely think one of the things in my family that is a generational curse is we don't communicate properly. So if there's an issue, we prefer to skirt around it and make it kind of go away by time instead of meeting it head on. So that's one thing I'm trying to break with my son. You know.
And that does it usually work?
What?
To try and make it go away by not.
Oh no! It usually gets exacerbated. So, you know, it will come back again in some other way, and we not deal with it again, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
I'd asked a question earlier. We were talking, and you know, we're talking about healing from trauma, and trying to break these cycles. And I asked, and I said, so what if it is a case that we would like to change? We would like to break these cycles, but the person on the receiving end, they're not willing to do the work to break the cycle. Like, what do you do next? Because, say for instance, your family, you guys are not good with communicating about this particular matter. And you're realizing that, okay, if you put it on the rug, it will come back at some way, shape, or form in the future. But what if you've decided, okay, I've realized that grandma, grandpa, uncle, auntie, whomever, I would need for us to start talking through these things. They just realize that this is just not going away. Like, what do you do in that instance?
Well, you have two options. I guess you can try to persist with it, or you can make the decision to remove yourself from constant communication. For me, for my family, we will, because we're very deeply family oriented. So we believe in, the Chronix album would have said family first.
Yes.
So it's that's my thing too. So I guess you have generational blessing. That would be one of our generational blessings. We believe in family first. So no matter what, family first. No matter what we go through, family first. So we would try utmost best to make it, because we can get through, that it's tough answer, but if you say it enough, if you're dep on him and we're big people, yeah, man, him have to adjust. I also tell him, say, yo, we'll kick you out of the family.
Right.
Mommy nah get no more jun until you and that go on.
Fix things.
Right. And that go on more time too.
Yes.
And him love him little Jones. So that's how we deal with him.
What family first look like in action, Karen?
Family first?
Because he said it's family first.
Speak over the microphone there.
I'm wondering what family first look like. You say you're family first.
Right.
I think we don't like the rest of Jamaica be family first.
Yeah, man. So family first means one, you look out for your family first. So literally, so when the hurricane come, we, mommy, daddy, brother, sister, good, everybody good. If anybody in a financial problem, family comes first. So my mother, she saved my life 100 million times already. Broke like dog, and mommy. So it's a thing where so you're alright. There's kind of like a net.
Yeah.
So so when my mother did know, I go feel like I not have safety in this world because my family is my net. So it make you have less fear, more courage in life to do anything. Cause so you have your family is always there. So it's a beautiful thing actually. So that's what family first does for you, like even psychologically, emotionally, make you feel safe, strong, secure. Cause so you have them people in there back
but you
at all
have time
times.
to build on it now.
Go again?
You have the time to build on it now.
If me have the time to build on it,
you can't build on it because one day she's
Oh.
not go there.
Right.
Yeah, so you'd lose that safety.
Right. So the net of it, that's why I pick me off a barn, cause the net of it sustain. Generation can't get out.
You know how I feel about that, Diel, please.
Yeah, man, right. No, man, at time,
Diel, I rebuke it to the
remember say one of my brethren was 16 and them just push out the next one, so you have enough time.
I rebuke that, okay? Please.
You have enough time, man.
So we're just, quickly, just go over some, types of generational curses. We would have already touched on a few, but Diel is here, so we can just, quickly just touch on them, right? Number one, financial struggles, poverty mindset. Now, this is one of the most talked about curses when families seem to stay stuck in cycles of debt, poor family management, or poor money management rather, or a lack of opportunity. Spiritually, some say it's a curse of lack or blockage. Yes? So the spiritual side, them say, well, there's a financial blockage over your life. But psychologically, it can come from generations of financial trauma, not being taught how to save, same thing we're talking about, how to invest or value money, especially in households where survival always comes first. We need to normalize having conversations about financial stability within families. And I don't think we speak about this enough. We need to have them talk in the house, like not when it's too late. We need to talk about the importance of saving. So that's a curse that, God forbid, if I have a child, Father God, I pray not. That's a curse that I am willing to.
I need to pray for you.
Pray for me to do what? Be careful.
Expand the generation. I'm just thinking that he wasn't here when we were talking about the financial generational curse, but I think that the generational blessing that he spoke about is a good like the other side of the conversation. So we were talking about the, things like black tax, where as soon as one person is able to earn, the whole family come down on them like vulture and expect them to do everything. But you gave us a good example of what healing could look like for a family that's going through that, where each person pulls to support the person who is in need the most. Right. So it's not about who is now coming into a place where they are now earning and then everybody goes after that person. If you're okay financially, you don't need to be pulling something from somebody, because they might be investing that money. They might be building something right now that is milking all their money. If you ever try to build a big development, you know God, that man. Go. As the money dropping in your pocket, it's gone. The money don't live in your pocket. So in that time, the family can't expect anything from you. But when you finish that now, you can feed 5 members of the family without feeling it. So it's just, but it's difficult, because a lot of Jamaican families, they're going to say, you see you don't have the money, but you buy a car. You say you don't have the money, but you do this. And then it's almost like you're afraid to make financial decisions or to have certain things, because of how the family will see you. But I don't know if Diel can think about any other similar ways in terms of what generational blessings look like, because your family supporting each other when somebody is down. That is, I'm sure you realize how big of a blessing that is, and that's not necessarily typical in most Jamaican families.
I guess it's just normal family, because that's how I grew up. But I think is it the culture that you inculcate in your family. I grew up like that, and it's natural for me. But whenever I grew up with enough things, is also how the maybe coming from the parents, how them we learn to satisfy, and we learn for not like kind of beg, so that we would never like ask people. Even though we're not gonna ask if you don't have, then you can do without. We're resilient and strong. And we wait until we can have. So you're not gonna even ask your family really if it get really, really bad now. So when we go to my mother now, I know say you're dependent. So during COVID, for example, I lost 3 sources of income. So after the first year, I never even have to ask her. She know. She said, dip on my face. So it's just natural. But yeah, that's the one thing, I guess, how you nurture the values in the family, like kind of beggy thing them. If you feel so comfortable expecting people to provide for you, then you're going to be somebody that always has your hand out. So we were taught to work hard. That's something that is just in all of my brothers and sisters, my brother and sister, which is what I hope to pass on as well. So them things that also have a lot to do with how you grow. But remember, say just 1962 Jamaica get independence.
Yeah,
that's true.
So we really just develop. So not for the mindsets them is kind of backward and so on. So we know are the ones who are really breaking a lot of these curses. You know, especially if you grow up a certain way, you come from a certain place. Yeah, man, you're somebody gonna foreign and them come back, you gotta expect, say, yo, and so I'm to we, and but I just true, we're not so advanced. We kind of primitive as a people, say, you know.
Yeah, true.
So it's conversations like this really helping to help us move forward in terms of a new way of thinking. So it's just continuing to have these conversations and to move forward and not stay in that place. Because I know people not even know, so that is wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, them don't know, them not gonna know. It's just a way of it's just a way of life. Like you poor, you know, so you're poor and your family, your sister have a house. So you hear it in your community, people start talk. So you kind of develop a bad mind too. And you start saying, so then how should I help you? So it's just, you know. I just say it go.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to just take a quick pause right there because I think we do have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. Thanks for calling Bwoyatingz After Dark. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bless the Lord. Good night.
Yes, good night. What is your name?
Wayne from Ocherios.
Wayne from Ocherios. All right, Wayne, we're talking about generational curses. Oh, firstly, by the way, how are you guys that side of the island as it relates to Hurricane Melissa?
Well, we don't have any current right now, you know.
Oh, still.
You know, we're certain place of current, but we don't get back any current as yet.
Oh, well, you know, hopefully that will be sorted out soon. But Wayne, we're talking about generational curses. What is your take on the topic?
Like, that's what the topic about?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were having a different conversation.
What type of conversation you thought we were having, Wayne?
No, it's a companion I'm seeking.
Oh, well, not tonight, Wayne, but perhaps you can stay on the phone lines and speak with one of my producers, and when we're having one of those conversations, we'll call you. You know, say Wayne, I feel like the devil said Wayne today. You know, I feel like the devil said Wayne, for Wayne, perplex my soul and my spirit today, because it was say from my ear or Wayne voice sound like something like
Wayne want to go populate the earth. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Whoa. Anyways,
that was a nice icebreaker.
It really was. So we can move on to another type of generational curse. Health-related curses. Now, some families, they believe they're cursed with certain illnesses like diabetes, high blood pressure, or infertility, while some are genetic. Others are lifestyle-based, passed down, obviously, through habits like diet and stress, rather than divine punishment. We'll touch upon this now, because I don't think we also speak about family illnesses enough.
Yeah.
Until it's too late.
Right.
And on our day show, the E-Zone, on a Thursday, we have health topics. And this is something that Hodimbi and I, you know, we would implore to people all the time. We need to normalize again having conversations about illnesses that are within our families. You understand? Yeah. So then I can also, when I check, I can also, you know, say, okay, hey, my family, you know, is known for cancer, right? So I can be on top of that.
Yeah.
We need to break that curse there, please.
True.
And thank you.
I would do our family members a disservice when you don't tell them, because there are certain lifestyle changes that they could have made if they were, you know, duly informed. And a lot of times Jamaican families feel like, our Caribbean families, that having a certain illness is a curse. So because they feel like it's a curse, they feel like they don't even want to repeat it. And they will say, you know, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if they say, you know, diabetes or hypertension or something like that runs through the family, sometimes they don't even want to verbalize it because they feel like verbalizing it is continuing the curse. But when we have those conversations, then we know what to do. And then most of us, we tend to eat the same type of thing where our family eat. Like when my mother share food, is a big piece of what heap of yam, what heap of dumpling, what heap of... And I said to mommy, we don't need so much of this. We have to change it. And she normally said, boy, you cook different, right?
Yes.
And then I actually show to her that, look here, I'm not eating like this because I want to be fancy. I'm eating like this because we actually don't need 3-piece I am.
Right.
And all of this that we normally eat. You get me? So it's not always, and sometimes we expect that it's just the older persons that are going to shift things in our generation. Anybody at any age who have been enlightened can shift anything in their generation. Because I'm kind of leading the charge in my family.
And I love that.
In terms of the health choices.
Diel?
Yeah, so I guess that's something that we would have to kind of change. So in my family, I don't know, coming here, I realize I have a good family. So my family we exercise. I grew up with seeing my father run. My mother used to play netball like in high school, and she continued even afterwards. So we grew up kind of in fitness. So, but if you didn't grow up like that, I'm assuming that you would feel like you would have diseases because the Lord, maybe you're cursed or something like that. But I don't believe in any of that. I think you decide whatever happens to you.
True. And I mean, and as quickly as possible, because I do have an ex-scholar, I'll just say this, and that is the reason when a lot of us go to the doctor, right, and they might be asking questions like, do you have diabetes in your family? Some people might be like, oh, I don't know. Hypertension? Oh, I don't know. And then I go down the list like asthma, like things like that. But once again, I am of the notion that we should. These are conversations that we should have so that persons can make whatever lifestyle changes that they need to make, because prevention better than cure.
Right,
and health is wealth. All right, we do have a call on the line. Hi, good night. Thanks for calling Bwoyatingz After Dark. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good night, Kareem. This is Majestic Gabby here.
Oh, hi, Majestic Gabby. Hi, I'm here with Tishauna, and I'm also here with King Diel.
Yes, Tishauna and Diel, good night. And I'm absolutely loving the conversation.
Thank you.
Tishauna, your reasoning is very much on point, and I have to definitely agree in regards to the concept of a generational curse versus the trauma. Like, I do believe it's both can play with each other, play off of each other in reference to when it comes to a generational curse, we have to realize in the wording of what a curse is. And in most cases, you know, when they say, oh, you've been cursed, that means something has been placed on you. So generally, when, like, going back when you were talking about with finances, again, some people may feel, oh, I am cursed in having bad finance or having bad even health. But then also, there's also the opposite of curses can be broken. And how is that done? Again, through knowledge, as well as the mindset of what someone may have. And then in the part with trauma now, a lot of the times, like our parents, sometimes they weren't privy in knowing, you know, emotions and knowing when things are held inside, what that may contribute and what type of outcome it may be. Especially for women, you know, a lot of the times people don't understand as women, a lot of our trauma is held in the womb. And from you are born, you know, they say you have a certain amount of eggs that you carry, and also you hold trauma within your womb. So there's things that are healed, that's something that you also, you know, carry to that infant child that you're carrying throughout. So it is definitely something where trauma can be healed once you are aware of it. And once you're aware of it, you're able to continue to do on that journey of healing, which you make it better for your generation or for your lineage. So
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely the curse and the trauma aspect. I believe it's with the wording, and again, it goes back to what Son was saying in regards to the power of your tongue as well, because we also have to make sure we're speaking things of positivity, and that goes a long way. So the tongue as well as your mindset and everything goes a long way, and awareness.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mindset.
Well said. Mindset and awareness. But thank you so much, Majestic Gabby. Have yourself a great night.
Yeah.
Thank you, nation. Love you all.
All right, bye.
Bless you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back. We're going to continue the discussion with, you know, some more types of generational curses, and I'll see if I can read some of your comments. So if you place it inside of your YouTube chat, obviously it's gone by now, so you can just start putting back again. Our question of the night is, do you believe generational curses are real, or are they just excuses we use to justify our family's bad behavior and poor decisions? We want to take your comments next. This is Bwoyatingz After Dark on Nationwide 90 FM.
Outperform, outlast. We top performance. Chakama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
As we grow older, there are many challenges that we have to confront, but these years can represent the best in our lives. Coming of Age during Nationwide This Morning on Thursdays explores issues persons 50 and over confront. It also provides expert opinions on how we can improve the quality of our lives as we get older. That's Coming of Age, this and every Thursday during Nationwide This Morning at 6:51 a.m.
Hi, I'm Lori Gale from Oasis, advising of a change in our program focus, November 5 to 18. We do a shift from reading the Word to living out the Word. Host Roland Gale will speak with heads of churches regarding their intervention in getting our lives back on track following Hurricane Melissa. Be sure to join Roland and his guests on Oasis beginning Wednesday, November 5, 12:55 p.m., with a repeat at 5:45 a.m. Only on Nationwide, the new revolution in media. Let's all be praying for our nation.
I'm too shouty.
All right, welcome back to Bwoyatingz After Dark. I'm Karim Bwoyatingz. We're here with Tishauna and King Diel, and we're talking about generational curses. Let me just see if we can just jump to 2 of the comments real quick. Okay. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of comments. All right. Once again, the question of the night is: do you believe generational curses are real, or are
not
they
real?
Not real. Okay, King Diel says they're not real. Okay, it's in your head. A couple of comments here. I see Floyd says the latter. They're just excuses we use to justify our families' bad behavior and poor decisions. He says the latter, not because whenever I'm born rich, that means me for dead poor. I am in control of my life, so if I want to change the outcome or the trajectory, I have to put in the work with God. We shouldn't make excuses for those before us. Rachel T. Henry says, I don't know truly. I feel like a bit of both. Believe kill and believe cure, they say. When you really think about it, though, it might be. On Instagram, people are saying a little bit of both. Somebody says definitely real, but some families just toxic. This is so true. Let me see here. Okay. Then I see Zaya on X says we carry our mother's cells, which also is why they're saying you act just like your mom or dad. Is so true. Not only the good, but also the bad. Yeah, I kind of want us to just quickly touch on one of these.
I kind of want to say generational curses are real, but they're not excuses.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because if a generational curse is a repeated cycle
Yes.
that moves from one generation to another, that's a real thing.
Mhm.
But it doesn't have to continue.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, you can break the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one curse I feel like is normalized a lot in family, in many different families. When I saw it, I'm just like, oh, wow, I could relate. Not no, because I've changed. I'm reformed. And yeah. This one is broken relationships and infidelity. Now, families where cheating, abandonment, or toxic relationships keep repeating often call it a curse of unfaithfulness. Many Jamaicans say the man in another family they are can't faithful, but sometimes it's learned behavior. People repeating what they saw growing up, mistaking dysfunction for normal love. And I'll say, and I was thinking about my grandfather because my grandfather died pretty young when he was like 30 something, and he has a lot of kids, right? I have a lot of aunts and uncles, and I remember my uncles them have whole picnic too, like one leap. I have an
My
uncle.
daddy got 12.
When my uncle have over 20, like a lot,
wow.
right? So I remember like growing up, it was a thing where, like, you know, me used to hear, oh no, man, we take off our father. You see me? And then me being a grandchild, you know, sometimes when you're young in your teenage years and you're around the road and you know something there, my mother, you know, and my aunts used to just jokingly say, oh, I'm taking it from him grandfather, you know, because I same grandfather this day, because like my uncles, there are a lot of them the same age, born in the same year, with different women, right? So it was a thing, and it wasn't until I, you know, got matured. I said to myself, hell no, like it doesn't have to be that way. Like why?
It's a choice.
It is a choice, right? But we make excuses for these things, and you know that's when I decided I'm going to have to break that cycle. You know, like I don't want to be, oh yeah man, you know, just in our blood.
Yeah, and which is why I said generational curses are real, but not excuses.
Yeah,
because if you grew up and it was a norm in your family to see a male having several women, and then you probably think this normal until when you see somebody else hiding, and then you say, oh, it look like, you know what I mean? And you grow and you come into your own understanding, then you can make a decision not to repeat the cycle. But maybe as a teenager, you just start to have enough girl too because of that you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you had not changed, then probably you'd have continued that behavior, and then your son would have do the same thing. You know what I mean?
What son?
Your son. Remember, your family have 20 picnic uncle them.
Right.
So even if you have two, carry.
Right.
Anyway, we'll come off your back.
My uncle them have enough for me already. Diel, as it relates to these relationship, you know, talk, like I was saying to Tish earlier, I was talking to one of my cousins, she's a female, and it's her sister and her mother, and she was talking to me about one of her, you know, previous failed relationships, and like she was saying, boy, it's just a generational curse, like, you know, none of us as women, you know, in the family, like, we can't have successful relationships. And I was saying to her, yeah, but it's now for you to not think that over your life, and for you to break that cycle, because if you're going into a relationship thinking none of us are going to really be happy and get married and yada, then it's going to really happen. How can people come out of this way of thinking and to break that? You know, it's just not meant to be, because everybody in our family are unhappy when it comes down to relationships.
Yeah, I think you can decide to do that. So our friend Dave Lawrence, he was in a broken home, and you can, I think it's also a good motivation to break it, because he was like, all right, I grew up in a broken home, I'm gonna ensure that I don't make a broken family. And he got married, I mean, him have him wife and him kids, and he's ensuring that he does the opposite of what he saw, because he thought it was destructive. So, you know, in the case of that the young lady, a lot of us, and this, I'm not trying to say this is her case, but let me just say, more in my experience, even in my personal experience, even with myself, we don't like to look at ourselves and be like, you know, there's something wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? I have this issue. So it could be a case where the generational curse is that, you know, there's an issue with how the woman, just as an example, in her family lineage, her aunt, her mother, etc., They may be doing something that is causing for the obstruction of a successful relationship. So, your generational curse might be you might be very annoying, and man can't really take them things and them eventually leave you. Or you, whatever it is, we don't really look at ourselves more time and say, yo, what is my issue?
Yes.
Just like our man might need to self-evaluate and be like, all right, we need to stop giving our else. Obviously not have a successful relationship. We also need to look at our own characteristics and be like, I'm not really a pleasant person. When no man no want to come home to me because I come home and just stress him out. Yeah. So of course he's gonna left me.
Yes.
So that's just a very on the surface one. You have deeper stuff like you may not be emotionally available. Yes. You may not be. There are a million and one things why you could not be a good partner, but it's also about looking at ourselves and seeing how we can be better people, and to break those possible curses. That might rub off. If you see your mother being a certain way, that really might rub off, but you might be the same way. So, as I said, though, I think a lot of that is a choice. You can choose to live differently from how your parents or your aunts or whoever live.
Yeah.
And some things are hard to see, like if you're a woman that lived alone or a man that lived alone for a long time, when you're now living with somebody, there are certain things that are just different. Like I made up in my mind that I want to have a triplet, right? Just go one time.
Oh, wow.
And done.
Yeah.
And then, and in my head, I'm going to retire my mom. My mom loved that idea. And she's going to live with us. And I've been saying that for years until recently. I was talking to one of my friends and we were joking about he and I getting married. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to retire my mom. And then he said, yeah, but I might not want that. I want to have free flow around the house with my wife. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that in a relationship now, this have to be a decision between me and my partner. Yes. I can just decide, say, this man I have, you get me? But I don't think this is a curse, but when you have been on your own for a while, you develop this sense of independence. I mean, I'm happy to relax and make him do everything, but it's going to take some kind of learning. I remember one year I went to Denby. I was National Farm Queen in 2014. So everybody at Denby know me. And I went with this guy. Everybody said, Tishauna, but it's the first man I got in one public space where I am known. And he literally felt invisible and just thought, when I look at my time, I say, wait for me here, so I'm soon come 5 minutes. And when I come back 25 minutes later, he wasn't there. I call him and say, I'm in the car. Obviously, I'm invisible. And I'm like, what? So, and then instead of getting upset with him, I realized that I need to learn to be with somebody. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a weak ass nigga.
I think so too, honestly.
You should have don't listen to Diel.
No, but I thought, I thought that.
Oh my God, I gotta go to the car. I feel invisible.
Bro, like, just relax.
I hope you're not listening.
So, man from Denby, okay, do not.
Bro, get some, get your testosterone up.
And honestly, after that, it never did really work out. But
honestly not.
I still took a lesson that even though I felt like he was wrong in his behavior and he did kind of over the top, I still
He's a diva.
He's a diva. I mean, like diva type of man. But I still looked at it and said, I need to make sure that I know how to be with somebody. I can't be in a relationship acting like a single woman, even though this is not the best example. But I still, you see, like if I did something and somebody criticized it, even if I don't think I was wrong, I still take a moment to say, what can I draw from this to make sure that I'm observing myself in terms of this type of behavior. Because that relationship done, from that particular day. But especially because when I tried to engage to say, maybe I need to learn how to be with somebody, he still continued in a kind of blame and a diva.
No problem, man.
So because of that, cut. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. So for those who are listening and are watching, these are some tips on how you can break generational curses. Number 1, you acknowledge the pattern, right? Number 2, seek healing, not blame. Because healing isn't about blaming your parents or grandparents. They often did the best they could with what they knew. It's about choosing to do better. Therapy, spiritual guidance, journaling, or honest family conversations can all be powerful steps. Number 3, you change the narrative. because every family needs a cycle breaker. All right. Number 4, educate and empower yourself. Number 5, forgive and release. And number 6, build new habits and boundaries. Right. So those are some ways that you can break generational curses. Now, for this game, Diel and Tishauna, you're both playing. Okay. And you guys on YouTube as well, and you guys on Twitter and all these things, and you can play it to us. So it's a little fun and reflection, with a game we call Curse or Culture. In Jamaica, we love to label things. If something keeps happening, it's either a generational curse or just so it stays. So tonight, I'll throw out a real life scenario or a few real life scenarios, and you tell me, is it a curse or is it culture? Some will make you laugh and some might hit home, but all of them will make you think. All right, so the first one: every generation in your family quick to say, me not trust nobody. Curse or culture? Quickly. No.
That's a cold. That's the one that kind of tricky. Based on what we were saying earlier about epigenetics and learned behavior and becoming hypervigilant, and that being something that can pass down. So if you have this great level of mistrust, it can cause anxiety and those things, and it can pass down. So in the context of the fact that we say curse is something we can break, I think that's a curse.
Okay.
But you see, the game, I know for people like me, we're very nerdy and cerebral because cultures can turn into a curse.
What's the okay? Deal.
Anyway,
culture. Okay. So Captain J says culture. What you said, Jerome? Curse or culture? That overthink. Culture. Okay. Thank you so much. Number 2, your mother and grandmother both had jealous partners who had to check on them every hour. Curse or culture?
Curse.
I'd say though, Tishauna.
Yeah, curse, because you're attracting the same types of partners.
Curse. Okay. I say curse too.
Your grandmother and who else?
Your grandmother and your mother.
That are 2 generations.
Jerome?
Mindset.
Yeah? Mindset?
Mindset in the game.
Mindset in the game. Jerome. Don't we get to the door, come back next week. Here we tell you, curse or culture? I see Majestic Gabby Fee says curse. Captain J, curse. Carisha, curse. XXXXX Lil Don XXX says curse. Okay, cool. Curse. Number 3, every Sunday it's the same stew peas, the same argument, and everybody vexed by Monday. Curse or culture?
Culture. Family culture.
That's definitely culture. Deal, culture. Okay. Number 4, when things go wrong, instead of therapy, everybody run to fasting and prayer meeting. Curse or culture?
Culture.
Jerome. Okay. Number 5. All the men in your family can't show emotion. Oh, hey. All the men in your Oh God. Okay. All the men in your family can't show emotion. They'd rather drink and bawl to themselves. Curse or culture?
That's
all the man them, everyone.
Because they process emotions in the same way, and it passed down. That's a curse.
Both of them.
Both curse and culture. Jerome? Curse. Yeah, I think that's a curse in my family too. Number 6. Every time somebody go foreign, them forget the family till Christmas. Curse or culture?
Culture.
Absolutely,
family culture.
Yeah, family culture. Okay, the women in your family always end up being the breadwinner, no matter who they're with. Curse or culture? That is a curse. Okay, that is a curse. Everyone at home on them. Tisha.
Yeah, that is a curse. That is a curse.
It's a curse.
Every woman, that generational and keep on, and it's probably how them a show up, make them attract them people.
So who said uno so make uno have your
No, don't look over here.
No, I mean in this family.
In that family? Because it better be ready to take care of me. I'll leave me rich.
Because who could have said
which
them
I
so
am.
make them have to take care of all of them and them, please. Okay. Nobody in your nobody in your family talks about trauma. Them just say, leave it to God. Curse or culture?
What's a culture?
No, it's a curse.
I think that's a curse. Because not one somebody can say, let us, like, you know,
change it.
Change it? Man. You say culture. Jerome says culture. Me and Diel says curse. I see Captain J here says culture. Okay.
Yeah, because I guess it's the way how you process things. Because some families will talk deeply. So then they really need therapy, you know, or so they think.
So they think indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. The family says if you move out before marriage, you disgrace the name.
Move out?
Yeah. Move out before marriage. You disgrace.
So suppose you move out, you live by yourself. I don't understand.
You know, some family actually do have these archaic beliefs, though, you know, like it's.
No, that's a culture. Yeah,
that's definitely a culture.
That's a culture. Yeah, I guess them I think about like if you move out for shack up, you know what them call shack up.
Go live with man.
Yeah, go live with man or whatever. But because move out don't mean say you go live with man.
Yeah. Right. You could mean say you go live by yourself.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
No, but some families want you stay with them, you know, so you can help with the bills and do all the things.
That is so true, folks. Number 10. Every generation has that one uncle who disappears for 10 years and show. That sounds like me. Every generation has that
like
one uncle who disappears. Who disappears for 10 years and shows up like nothing happened. I think that's a culture.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Could there be an uncle where you never want they around anyway?
Diel, curse, culture?
I mean, I think that's just the uncle's decision.
I don't think you're the same state.
That's not anything.
Yeah, that's not anything. That's the uncle's thing.
Uncle just go out in business, bro.
Oh, okay, this one. Granny always has a favorite grandchild and treats the rest like bonus children. Curse or culture? Culture. And this is something that we don't speak about very often as well, by the way. Culture. So Jerome said culture. Diel?
I can't relate to that. I don't know.
And the grandmother what the grandmother did to everybody else, that's not the favorite?
Like bonus children.
Bonus children mean like you're not a real...
Yes. You're not biologically related. I know a lot of families like that, by the way. Woolly.
It's maybe a curse, because it can cause a lot of emotional trauma for the children.
Yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't my grandmother, but remember the day when my sister born? Because it was just me. I was the only child for my mom. And the day my sister born, I not get no food all day then until in the night, you know. Because my sister came home in the morning like 9 a.m. Everybody was just on the bed, cuddle up around her, and I'm there with my 5.5-year-old self just looking like them not gonna remember some there. You know what I mean? And that grew in a kind of I feel that way the whole time. I feel like them always prefer my sister, even in my late teens. Even now, it's just that it don't bother me again.
No. Wow. All right, number 12.
Yeah.
Your family loves to take shame for make joke, laugh about pain instead of dealing with it. Curse or culture?
Curse.
Diel says curse. Jerome? Jerome says curse. Tish?
Yeah. That's a curse.
Wow.
If me have to just choose one.
Carisha says that granny thing is a culture and a curse. Hence, I didn't go to mine's funeral. Oh my God. That is...
I always, that's something that always throw me off, like, and maybe because my heart's soft, like, once you're a family member, even if we weren't good, I still go to your funeral, because I just feel like one time we can have a funeral.
Yeah.
I just feel like for hold a grudge straight till the end of the grave.
And our grudge, but it's not go.
It does feel extreme to me. I don't know.
I'm an extremist.
Okay. You'd go? If you have something with a family member and know the person passed, you'd up out of the funeral?
I probably wouldn't go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I come from a different universe. It's fine. Move on.
All right. Number 13. Anytime something bad happens, your family swear it's obia. Never poor planning. Curse or culture?
That's a culture.
Culture. I want you to get out of this mindset, please. Everything is not Obia. Nobody know Obia no. Sometimes, okay, like it is real. But I feel like Jamaicans, we're
everything at Obia.
A lot of y'all, every single thing at Obia, like everything. Somebody that Obia, like you're also fixated on this. Go to a church, okay? Diel, this situation, is this a curse or Obia?
Culture.
I mean, curse or culture?
Culture.
Jerome, so it's a culture. Yeah, man, like I hate this whole thing. Please just cut it out. Next one. Every Christmas ends in argument, but somehow everybody back together by New Year's. Curse or culture? I think that's culture.
Yeah, them back together. Them fairly healthy. Argue, make up. We are right now.
Got culture, Jerome? I think that's a curse? But then it's very toxic. That's very toxic. Diel?
Curse.
Okay. Tish says culture. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, especially because they make up back on them alright. That's why I'm leaning to culture.
Okay.
Then just love cause for nothing. Probably love each other same way.
That's true.
All of that.
All right, and the final one, let me just pick this one. Okay. Every time someone tries to do better, the family says, "You think you're better than we?"
Curse. The one that juked me.
Ultimate curse.
That's a curse from the pit of hell. That's a curse.
Anyways, yeah. Curse times 10.
Times 10. Steroids.
Curse.
Squared.
Curse on steroids.
Curse on steroids. That is it. Curse on steroids for real. All right. Thank you both for coming here. Let them people know what them can find on every single business page. You have YouTube streaming, whatever that deal with. Just tell the people that from now, please, what them can follow in all these things. Diel, you first.
Sure, King Diel official. It's all about hurricane relief now, so drop off anything that you have. We go down to the west week, not daily anymore because it's very draining, but we're setting up hubs. So drop off the stuff we have: clothing, toiletries, food, tin items, anything that you have that you feel like persons who are disadvantaged can use at Salon Exquisite in Village Plaza. Really appreciate the support that people have been giving so far. You can also donate. Just go on my Instagram at King Diel Official and you will see all of the donating places that you can give to local account, US account, Zelle, Cash App, Chime, PayPal if you're in Canada or the UK. Yeah, we're doing a very, very, very important work in terms of just trying to sustainably support families down in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, Hanover, and there's one more parish, St. Anne.
Love that.
And you have Trelawney.
Trelawney.
Yeah.
Bwoyatingz.
Yeah, man.
Bwoyatingz. I just wanted to say the awareness from this conversation should allow you to have authority over all of those things that we call generational curses, and you can find me everywhere. I need to shorten my handle, but for right now, Tishauna Indomitable Mullings.
Whoa, okay.
Everywhere. Yeah. It's a very long handle because whenever I really pay attention to short, maybe need for short, but LinkedIn, Instagram, people still do Facebook. Yes, I'm Tishauna Indomitable Mullings.
Indomitable.
That came from NCU.
That's it.
And in terms of hurricane relief efforts through Next Step, my social enterprise, most times when we do trips, it's to do vulnerability assessment and the work that we need to do for the longer term projects that we're going to be doing during recovery and reconstruction. But we always bring down supplies because right now people are hungry and need it, so we can't go ask questions and do assessment without stuff. So you can see on our pages the work that we've already done and what we'll be doing and how you can contribute. If you're interested in helping people who have lost their business, especially micro business owners, please, our business number is 446-7430. So you can reach out to us there at TishaunaMullings@gmail.com.
Amazing. Remember, guys, I'll be going to a couple communities this weekend. Upward Wise Falls in Northwest St. Elizabeth. I'll be going to Ginger Hill, Mahogany Hill, Mabel, Claremont, Mary Hill, Huntley Castle, a couple other communities as well. Just thank you guys so much. But
we know the Jamaican map now.
You understand? yeah man. But thank you guys so much for the donations so far. And as I've said earlier, we'll be going again after this trip. So thank you to my entire team. Thank you to DJ Jerome. Thank you to my two producers, Giovanni Lewin and Cody Jackson, and to my technical operator Bugs, the Gallem Spugs. Remember, Gallem Spugs. Remember, guys, you're great. You have a purpose. Continue going. Continue pushing. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There are things from Kareem Bwoyatingz. Until next week Wednesday, Bwoyatingz After Dark, right here on Nationwide 90 FM.